for all the action. The Sun Devils start the new year when they face Washington State on January 5th and Washington on January 8th. Purchase your tickets today by calling 480-965-5812 or go online to sundeviltickets.com. Sun Devil men's basketball, onward to victory.
Homeowners age 62 and older, now it's time to act. This is Rob King, your retirement mortgage specialist and host of the Retire Right with Reverse Rob show on 1510 KFNN. Yes, listing prices are down, but home values still remain at very high levels. Don't wait to learn more about the new and improved home equity conversion mortgage. This is a safe and proven coordinated strategy in retirement, which will improve your monthly cash flow, lower your tax liabilities, and make your retirement portfolio last longer. Call me today, Reverse Rob, at 602-REVERSE or on the web at www.reverserob.com.
Arizona offers thousands of helpful resources for service members, veterans, and their families, but navigating the system can be confusing and overwhelming. Call 866-4AZ-VETS to talk directly to caring people professionally trained to help you. Get connected to resources and benefits at no cost. Just call 866-4AZ-VETS now. This message is brought to you by the Arizona Coalition for Military Families, the Arizona Department of Veteran Services, and Arizona's Be Connected partners.
One of the things I love about betting on the National Football League is that I'm always finding new player or game props that I like. And what's cool about FanDuel Sportsbook is you can combine these props with other bets from the same game to score an even bigger payout. Perfect for this weekend's game slate. Same game parlay is just one of the reasons I bet with FanDuel. It's also easy to use. They feature live betting. My friends use it, and there's odds boost and specials each week. There is no feeling like nailing a same game parlay bet. So lock in your bet today on FanDuel Sportsbook. If you're new to FanDuel, sign up today with my promo code Randy1580 for your no sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's promo code Randy1580 on the FanDuel Sportsbook app, the official sportsbook partner of the NFL. You must be 21 or older, present in Arizona. First online real money wager only. $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expire 14 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342.
KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K240U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down.
Because it's time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show.
Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's Thursday here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Keon Rose in the control room, and as always, our special guest is Ralph from Harmon Solar. Ralph has been playing the part of Keon Rose for the entire week, but so this is his normally scheduled slotted-in guest appearance.
And that was a tough part. It was a tough part to play because I'm not as smart as Keon.
Nobody's as smart as Keon.
Right.
You know, when it comes to sports. There's many other things he is really dumb about.
I mean, basically everything else that's not sports.
Yeah. So, you know, we got that going for us, at least, in the conversation. But listen, it's week 18 of the NFL, not starting today because there's no Thursday Night Football no more.
I'd like to welcome back Keen, the rookie.
No, Randy, I just told you it's Keon.
What's his name?
I know it's been a while since we've seen him, but I told you his name is Keon.
Keon, welcome back, Keon. I understand you were on the show before. Keon,
I'm not even gonna lie to you. There was a kid, I think, in like 5th or 6th grade who was Japanese, and that was his name. And the teacher got us mixed up all the time.
His name is
Keon.
Keon.
It was spelled like Kyon. Keon. And
he got you and the Japanese kid mixed up.
Our names anyway. Whenever she said his name, she meant to call me. Whenever she said my name, she meant to call him. It was a constant. Yeah, it was a weird year.
Have you looked up what does Keon mean? I'm sure I've asked you this before because I always ask people. Do you know what your name means?
I actually don't know what my name means. It's a decently common name in Guyana. So my
until you know, I'm calling you Kevin. Because I just can't stand not knowing. Maybe you should Google this while we're talking so I don't call you Kevin for the next 3 weeks. Listen, everybody, we are broadcasting live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. And you guys are on the text line, 888-368-1580. There's a lot of different stuff to talk about here. I'm not really sure where to start. Do I just talk about Do I just talk about Hamlin, DeMar Hamlin? Should I just say that?
Yeah.
Well, a lot of great news, man.
Yeah,
Why not
good
break
news.
it? Yeah, a lot of great
Well,
news.
there's some good news. There's been progress and some setbacks. But in general, considering where we were Monday night, everything is in the positive. He's still on that ventilator. They're trying to ease him off it. And here's the thing that was interesting. I'm reading these stories, and the doctors at the hospital are like, well, we're going to ease him off the ventilator. It'll be a gradual process. We just want to make sure that he's ready and able to completely breathe on his own. And then the NFL doctors are like, we got to get him off that thing. And the other doctor's like, well, we just probably need to take it easy with that. Well, no. He needs to breathe on his own. No, yeah, take it easy. And of course, I'm paraphrasing, but if you read the stories, the NFL doctors are like, we just need to get him off this as soon as possible. And I'm like, why are these two doctors saying contradicting things? And I realize it's the NFL doctors. Why would they need him off a ventilator? Because they need a photograph of him in a hospital bed, giving the thumbs up so everybody feels the warm fuzzy and can play. This just douchebaggeries the NFL as a culture even more. Because I'm right. Because there's no other reason that NFL doctors would be pushing, hey, let's get that ventilator out. Is it today? Is it now? Is it today? And the other doctors are like, slow your boat. This is about the patient. I'm right. And doesn't that just make you a little bit sick?
Just a bit, but we like NFL doctors.
Not the part about me being right. Sometimes that happens. I'm not talking about.
Well, yeah, no, that doesn't make me sick. But
surprised, but not sick.
When it comes to the NFL doctors, I mean, these are people who prescribe like opioids like candy in a lot of cases to guys who need to recover faster. I mean, when they say an injury in the NFL takes 4 to 6 weeks to recover from, if a normal person got that injury, any normal doctor would be appalled to say that that's a 6-week injury and you're going to come back and play football. So NFL doctors have this very it's a skewed sense of how hurt somebody is. They just really don't have that same sense.
And I am pretty sure those NFL doctors are getting called all the time from people in the higher up in the NFL. Hey, are we any closer? We got to get a picture. We got to get a picture. So everybody feels like it's okay to move on, because without that, there's no other reason they wouldn't, just let the process take its own time. But outside of that, in my little conspiracy theories, he's doing better. They did have to turn him over on his stomach a little bit because he was having a little issue. His heart wasn't beating exactly the way they'd hoped it would. And, there's some fluid maybe in the lungs. So they did have to do that, but it's not anything to be too alarmed about. And so most everything is in the positive direction on that. The thing we don't know right now is what the hell is going to happen with the fantasy football. And I know it's not as important as how he's doing, but as we get closer and closer to having what the NFL wants, which is that thumbs up, he's okay moment, they're getting ready for week 18. There will be games this weekend. That is an absolute thing that's going to happen. The thing that's not going to happen is the Bengals game. I think that one is going to be officially canceled. They're not going to make it up. They're going to work the percentages to decide who is where in the playoffs. And I think everybody's just going to have to be okay with that. And it's not fair to some, but in general, it's just probably going to be the right thing to do on that, because logistically speaking, one game sort of floating in the universe at this minute, it's not something that I think the NFL is ready to mess with. So what happens then to the fantasy football? I am waiting to see what the NFL.com does with our fantasy football. And then if we agree with it, we're going to accept it. If we don't agree with it, we're going to figure out between all of us another way of establishing who is the champion in the 11 different Daily Blender fantasy football leagues. Why? Well, Harmon Solar's ponying up money for the prizes. So now it's a little more serious than just give a guy a noogie and say, hey, tough luck, I'm the champion. We can't do that. So we will see what happens. We're being patient right now. And I got to tell you, the Superman fans of the fourth dimension, we've got 13 leagues, and I've had not one person complain that we haven't figured this out yet. So I really do appreciate that as somebody who runs 13 leagues. And also for the picks contest, well, that was figured out. They just wiped that thing off the board, and it's no big deal because it's kind of like what they do with a tie. If it's a tie, it's off the board, and it doesn't affect your chances of winning or anything like that. Some people might say,
well, if I had made that right and somebody said that wrong, I'd be moved up in the stand. Shut up. No, we don't care about your problems right now. So right now, as it is, in first place in the NFL, Harmon Solar.
Yeah.
Why do you always play that at the wrong damn time? I wasn't ready.
No.
Dirty Rat. Dirty Rat right now is in first place with 171 picks correct.
Wow.
After that, Max Gruber with 170. After that, me with 168. And then it's a little bit further down for Random Texter, who's doing a real bang-up job this year, 165. Horn Ninja, 164, along with Wing Guru. And then a bunch of other people around out, the top 10. I won't bore you with that. This week's weekly picks winner, if I were not employed here, and believe me, any day could happen where I could contend for this prize. But I did get 13 right, but then the next one up was Fecal Mist. Fecal Mist, he got 12 right and had the tiebreaker because a lot of people had 12 right. But he got all the tiebreakers, and statistically, he is the winner. His second win of the season. So now he walks away with the following. 2 NFL jerseys of his choice from Nick LaCapria. Plus, he was one of the only people who had a definitive win in his fantasy football league without any Bills or Cincinnati players affecting it. So he has won that. So he's got the $100 for winning that league. He's got the 2 jerseys. Fecal Mist is having a hell of a year.
That is an NFL season. That is one to have.
And I'm pretty sure Radio Ron is wishing he had gone with a different Texter nickname. So Fecal Mist is having his best week right here and right now. Yes, like I said, in League 8, he's got that thing nailed down. So as far as the show goes, I have 168 right. Next up is Randy with 147. Ralph, you got 146. You're closing in. And then, of course, Keon, did you not do your picks this week?
Keon,
you had a big fat 0.
Yeah, I didn't.
Keon,
I didn't hit submit. Just
I've done that this year. So
I know I went through the picks, but I'm not even going to blame this. I think what happened was I just closed the tab.
Mm-hmm.
Just
close it. If we're really honest, you haven't been picking that good this year anyway.
I mean, but I was picking better than 0.
Just a little bit. So I had 13. Randy and Ralph had 10. And here we go. Last week, but that's not the last week of picks. You guys, if you go over and you jump on the Harmon Solar NFL Fan Pick'em contest, you can still get in. You're not going to win the big prize, but you can still compete for those weekly prizes. Everybody has a clean slate chance to win a jersey each and every week. And this is going on through till the Super Bowl. So don't worry about this being week 18. You got this week and then the playoffs and the playoffs and the playoffs. And of course the Super Bowl itself. And it's been close enough in these picks contests that the Super Bowl could decide who the winner is. So you can still get in there. Go to 1580fanatic.com, click on the link right there. It says Harmon Solar picks contest. And get in there, see what happens. So it's not like you're going to win money, but you could win a jersey. That's cool. Ralph probably just would love to win a jersey, to fill out all his bandwagon, sections in his closet.
So if you were to win a jersey, Ralph, what would it be?
That's a really good question. I'm not sure. It would probably be something old school, like maybe an old Oilers jersey, like an Earl Campbell jersey.
Oh, that would be cool. Yeah.
Something
Earl
old
Campbell.
school. I'd want to go something that's old school.
Well, how about you could bandwagon on some Hall of Fame peoples because they just announced the finalists for the Hall of Fame.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Okay.
And here's some notable names. Darrell Revis Philbin. He's in there. Joe Thomas, Dwight Freeney. Dwight Freeney is a player that we've shared, Randy, because he was on the Colts originally from 2002 to 2012. And then he was on the Chargers for a minute, but then he showed up on the Cardinals for a year.
Yeah.
He's just a great player, and he seems like a pretty good guy. Another Colt that was on the list, Reggie Wayne. How is he not in there already?
That's a good question.
Yeah, he should be.
Yeah, and there's a Torrey Holt from the Kurt Warner Rams team. How in the hell is he not already in the Hall of Fame?
Greatest show on turf. Yeah.
Darren Woodson, a safety for the Cowboys. That guy was always DeMarcus Ware.
You remember him, linebacker for the Cowboys and the Broncos. Devin Hester, that's one I'm not sure about. Devin Hester was known as a punt returner, kick returner, kind of a wide receiver, but the fact he ran it back a couple of times on a punt return or a kick return, does that give him Hall of Fame status?
I think it does, because if it was just a couple of times, I'd agree with you.
How many times was it?
I believe Devin Hester has the most.
Okay.
And even when they changed the rules to where, you had to take the ball out of the end zone, he still couldn't be stopped, and to be able to do it also for the Bears in that Super Bowl, even though they didn't win against your Colts, when they asked him to do it, he could always get it done on the kick returns and punt returns. I think
by the way, Darren Woodson is from Phoenix, Arizona, went to Maryville High School and Arizona State University.
Yeah. All right. He definitely should be in there then.
Yeah.
Even though he's a Cowboy. So they got 15 different finalists. I don't know how many they go in there. 3, 4. They're kind of arbitrary about that. They're never exactly this many with the Hall of Fame, right? It's always just like, well, we got to let him in. How do they decide this? I've been a little cloudy on this.
I believe they have a committee that takes a vote. I don't think it's the sports writers like it is with baseball. You get the did I get my new action figure? It's not those guys. I think it's
so here's what I see. I
found
found the real rules, Randy.
All right.
They're going to do, selectors will consider these modern era candidates in a virtual meeting before the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
and when the new class will be announced January 9th during the NFL Honors Show. And then the class of 2023 will include a maximum of 5 modern era candidates. Each must receive a minimum positive vote of 80% for election. So maximum of 5 are going in.
There you go.
So
Darren Woodson is one. So who are the other 4 guys?
All right, I'm gonna give you the 15, and you guys can say who you feel that strongly about. Jared Allen, defensive end who was with the Chiefs and the Vikings and the Bears and the Panthers. Willie Anderson, he was a tackle for the Bengals and the Ravens. Rondé Barber, creepy twin of Tiki. He was a cornerback for the Buccaneers for his entire career. Dwight Freeney, we already know him. Devin Hester, Terry Holt. Also, Andre Johnson. He's a wide receiver for the Texans and the Colts. That guy was pretty good. I don't know if I see him getting in the Hall of Fame on this one. Albert Lewis, cornerback for the Chiefs and the Raiders back in the 80s and early 90s. Darrelle Revis, Joe Thomas, tackle for the Browns. Zach Thomas, linebacker for the Dolphins and Cowboys. DeMarcus Ware, we talked about. Reggie Wayne. Reggie Wayne's got to be in this one. Patrick Willis and Darren Woodson. So are we thinking Woodson, Wayne, Freeney, Hester?
How about
or
Revis?
Holt, Hester? You think Revis?
I think Revis should be in there.
Yeah, Darrelle Revis has got to be in there.
I mean,
true lockdown corner. Yeah, that's and there's a lot of guys in the league right now imitating him, so you can't say you didn't change.
Right. All right. So Revis, Wayne, Woodson, Holt,
what about
Hester
Zach,
or Freeney?
Zach Thomas? He had a heck of a career.
Everybody named Zach. I always picture that kid from Saved by the Bell with the giant phone, and I just can't get behind that.
He's a heck of a linebacker.
Moist One says Freeney, all-time great Seahawk. Wait, what?
What?
Yeah, he was with the Seahawks for not even a complete year.
Well, then he should go in as a Seahawk.
It says here 2017 Seahawks, 2017 Lions. So he didn't even make it. No, Moist One. No.
Yeah, he wanted to wear a Seahawks jersey. He wore it for a few weeks and we got rid of him.
Yeah, it was colorblind then.
Yeah.
Last Optimist says, as the Titans are the Oilers franchise and own those Oiler records, they will only sell Hall of Fame Oilers players on Titans jerseys. You can't even buy an official Oilers jersey. Well, you can get a throwback. You can get them.
Yeah, you can get them.
Yeah, there are places that I don't know if Mitchell and Ness still does it, but there are definitely companies that make the throwbacks and have the NFL's permission. But yeah, you can't from the NFL site. Because it did bother me that I was looking to see if I could get a Sean Taylor jersey and their Commanders jerseys. Look, Sean Taylor was not a Commander, so I don't want to wear that jersey,
right.
So I get where they're coming from.
Last Optimist says, it was pretty cool that the first communication with Hamlin was did we win? And when I say that would be like one of the first things he would say. Of course, anybody who plays sports, that's the first question. Did we win? And, of course, he says, this reinforces my veteran wife's opinion that his brothers on that team let him down by canceling the game. I
disagree with that, because here's the thing, that they were sitting there watching their guy that, if you're going to say their brothers, he's on the field and they're hearing paramedics and EMTs say no pulse, no heartbeat for 10 minutes. You cannot go after that and play football. Your mind is not in that place, and you're liable to cause more injuries and get more people hurt. No, they didn't let him down. They made the decision that made sense for them being conscious, having to witness that, man.
Mr. Wilbur says, I agree with you on this whole thing, Jeffrey. Always gets a little bit sideways. Why hasn't the NFL put out their plan to handle the playoff structure going forward? Are they really thinking we're so stupid and thinking we will wait until Kansas City possibly wins this Sunday, and then the NFL deems it not having a problem and not having to make up that game? Where is the plan? Yeah, this is unprecedented, and I don't mind that they're taking their time with it. But you would like to see them have this figured out sometime tomorrow. But you're right; they shouldn't have this figured out Sunday and say just because of some sort of event. I get what you're saying. Pinocchio says, "Not hitting submit." Yeah, that's a true Kevin move, isn't it? Robert from Surprise says, congratulations and welcome back, Damar Hamlin. Amazing first words out of his mouth. Did we win? Doc says you beat death. And by the way, I'd also take Buda Baker for Derek Carr. Okay. No, yeah. Charlie Boy. Hey, Charlie Boy says, you're right, Jeffrey. I want ASU to best those damn Wildcats. That's an old text. I'm using an old version of a text line just because of all the troubles we've been having. Sorry. He says, hi, guys and Ralph, NFL doctors. Let's let the grown-ups do their jobs. Randy, pour me a nice soda, please. Thank you. Pro Dog says, Joe Thomas should be the first one on the list.
Why?
He was pretty amazing. He was pretty amazing.
Yeah, I don't know, was it 14, 15 seasons as arguably during his run, the best left tackle in the league. And in his prime,
also gives a vote for the exact same thing, that he absolutely should be in there, which means he won't be in there.
I mean, I don't know. The NFL, I find, does a better job with their Hall of Fame stuff. There are guys that get left out for sure, and first ballot people that should have been, but they, for the most part, the people that deserve to be in the Hall of Fame find their way into the Hall of Fame.
Boogie says, Ralph, we can't miss you if you don't go away. And Joe Thomas was amazing. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk some more stuff. We got all kinds of stuff to talk about. Not really good for us because of Suns and stuff, but stuff. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
This is Brian Musburger's action update for Arizona's new home for sports, The Fanatic. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
Dallas Mavericks star Luka Doncic, who leads the NBA in scoring, is the favorite to win the MVP this season, plus 280. Giannis Antetokounmpo of the Milwaukee Bucks is at plus 350. Jason Tatum of the Boston Celtics, plus 420 to win the MVP. Two-time MVP Nikola Jokic of the Denver Nuggets, plus 500. Kevin Durant of the surging Brooklyn Nets at plus 700. And Joel Embiid, number 2 in scoring in the NBA of the Philadelphia 76ers, plus 1,300 to win this year's MVP award. Red hot winning picks at experts.winnersandwiners.com. Save 75% when you use the promo code ACTION75. Experts.winnersandwiners.com. I'm Tony Desiri with your VSiN Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month, and that's huge. But it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The customer satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. MediShare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. Very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need: 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE, 855-51-BIBLE.
It's time once again for the Harman Solar 1580 The Fanatic NFL Fan Pick'em Contest. First prize is $1,580 from Harman Solar. Second prize, a Zebra e-bike from Hemingway. And $500 third prize from Harman Solar. Sign up today. Go to 1580thefanatic.com. The Harman Solar 1580 The Fanatic NFL Fan Pick'em Contest. From your home for the NFL in the Valley. 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic.
Welcome back to the Daily Blender on this Thursday, January 5th. Good news out of University of Cincinnati Hospital on Damar Hamlin. It's good news. Speaking of good news is the NFL is moving along to Week 18 this week. And right now is the perfect time to download FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook, because right now new customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000, free bets back if your first bet doesn't win. Just sign up with my promo code Randy1580. FanDuel has all your favorite bets, from the money line to the point spreads to player props. You can build a chance at a bigger payout with a same-game parlay, live betting. You give you updates and odds on games that have already begun. And when you win, you get your winnings paid fast. It's all in an app that's safe, secure, and super easy to use. Sign up today with my promo code Randy1580 for your no sweat first bet. That's Randy1580 on the FanDuel Sportsbook, official sportsbook partner of the NFL. Must be 21 or older, present in Arizona. First online real money wager only. Refund issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expire in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem, 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342. Jeffco?
Thank you, Randy. And listen up, everybody. That's a Randyism right there. We got ASU tickets to give away. We got some ASU tickets to give away. This is a big one. 4 tickets plus a parking pass. Now, this is for Sunday at 3 p.m. over at Desert Financial Arena. 4 tickets and a parking pass. And if you've been over there, you know parking passes worth their weight in gold. So how do you guys want to do this? How should we give this thing away, this package, this prize package?
I think we should have some sort of, it should involve some sort of foot racing. Like
okay, anybody but Randy.
Sprinting.
How should we give these tickets away?
Of
How about
CRC
the
broadcast.
first person to text in the meaning of all our names?
Wow.
I know them all, so it's not hard.
I don't think it'll be kind, to be honest. But
I know them all.
If you've got them, then you know what? That's what we're going to do. Ralph has a better idea than physical activity. Randy, I appreciate your spirit, but nobody's running.
So the supermarket kart racing is out then?
Just for this time. I like that idea. Super kart. I mean, there's a lot of liability issues, but I'm not saying no. I'm not closing the door to that.
Just got to get it ironed out with legal first.
I was going to say launching bowling balls at each other.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So Ralph says he has the actual definitions of all our names. So if you can text in the actual definition of all of our names, Jeffrey, Randy, Keon, and Ralph, and if you're correct, you get these tickets plus the parking pass.
Pretty
That's
sure
right.
Mine is
Leave it to Ralph to give you a task.
I'm pretty sure mine means the breaking of wind. I'm pretty sure.
If it didn't before, I'm sure it does now.
It does not.
I mean, in future times it will.
Well,
Thundar the Santa Barbarian says, Happy New Year. Welcome back, Keon. Had faith you'd escape Jeffrey's Wile E. Coyote trap and get yourself back on the blender. Mr. Wilbur says, Ralph, maybe you should get an old Seahawks Bosworth jersey since your team likes getting run over in the end zone so much.
Ooh.
I would wear one of those. And I looked at Mitchell and Ness, and they are still doing that, and they do have a Sean Taylor jersey.
Yeah, that's where I wound up going because it was just look, I do like the Commander jerseys, but the guys that played before, I do not want those jerseys to be Commander jerseys. It just doesn't make any sense.
I was going to get Jeff a Harbaugh jersey, but
you're the only person who calls me Jeff.
Well, Jeffrey sounds like I'm talking to a 3-year-old. I guess I should use that name.
Touche.
Just saying.
He doesn't bother me, but
Well,
I just noticed.
Wait till you see the meanings of the names, then it'll be all bad.
I know what mine means, and nobody's going to believe that actually means anything to me.
I know.
Yeah. 888-368-1580. So we are in 2023 now. First time that Keon has been with us for the 2023. So we haven't had a chance to talk to him. And I'm feeling like 2023 is really starting out rough. And I, on purpose, refrained from, this is my year. And I just tried to stay out of the way. It didn't help. A lot of weird crap is going on. And so I don't know, Keon, have you noticed the messed upness of this current year already? 3 or 4 days in?
3 or 4 days. I mean, yeah, it's we're not off to the best start at all in any perspective, especially when it comes to football. I mean, there's just so many things.
Oh, it's not just football, it's other things. A dairy plant caught fire in Wisconsin on Monday, sending melted butter flowing through the building as it went up in flames. The runoff seeped into a large canal next to the business in flames, clogging the waterway. It was apocalyptic butter fire.
That's awesome.
2023 is not starting well. Yeah. Then an explosion destroyed a sugar house in Vermont on Tuesday.
Oh boy.
No one was injured, but that fire and explosion in a sugar plant. I'm telling you, we just need a flower fire, and you can say we're making cake. But outside of that, it's getting ridiculous out there.
Yeah, I'm not particularly religious, but I do think I'm starting to begin thinking maybe we made God mad somehow. I don't know how. You pick a thing, but we did.
Have you heard the show, Keon?
That good point. You know what?
Oh, no,
we might be the ones personally offending his ears.
I love how you guys think that an omnipotent being could not do a surgical strike on us and maybe not set a sugar plant on fire.
Yeah, well,
I mean, just from my time perusing the Bible, surgical strikes tend not to be his thing. Just
shock and awe.
The flood.
Basically, F you and your neighbors.
Just
the flood.
Like, can we just maybe can we have a talking to? No, we're drowning everybody. No.
I'm done talking.
Let's see. King of Kittens says doctors in Cincinnati are giving an update to reporters. That was an old text too. Sorry. He says, "Give him hell, Ralph, and suck it, Ralph." Well, how does?
Yeah, that's
give him hell, Ralph, and suck it, Ralph.
That's what you say when you like somebody, but also you hate them, but also you kind of like.
Makes it sound like King of Kittens has a crush on Ralph.
Maybe.
Yeah. Pulling his pigtails. Pinocchio says, all right, here's the meanings of the words. Here's the first try. Okay. Ralph equals vomit. Randy equals horny. Jeffrey, you don't have to pay for an E, Jeff. Keon, the sound of a bullet ricocheting off a rock.
Nice.
All right, so was that correct, Ralph?
Incorrect.
Any part of it correct, Ralph?
Part of it was correct.
Really?
Yes.
Well, or true. Correct and true are two different things.
No, part of it's correct.
We know
that
Randy is horny. But that's not what that's not what his name means. Randall, Randy, I don't know. What is
it actually does
mean? My official name is Randy. That's on my birth certificate.
All right. But that's not meaning that's what the name means. That just means what the word means. Did you look up what the name means?
The English meaning of these words.
See, you should have been more clear, because some people look up what names mean and say that's it. So you're saying the English meaning of the words?
The English meaning of these names.
Your drunk tests are hard.
These names have an English meaning. And he got 2 of them right. Not saying which 2.
Hokamati says, I'd love to have some garlic bread for that butter fire. Who cares about losing weight this year?
Right.
I think we should all put on as much weight as we can for the oncoming famine that I'm sure is going to follow soon.
That's coming.
Hey, you know what day it is, by the way?
It's Thursday.
Yeah, but it's also the best day, they say, to put away your Christmas decorations.
No.
Do you
No.
still have yours up?
Yes.
Yeah, we got ours up. Well, we're going to take ours down this weekend, but I would have taken them down sooner. My wife just likes the lights, or and the decorations around.
Yeah.
She doesn't like
Yeah.
to let go of that cozy Christmas feeling. But they're saying a good guide is the 12th night after Christmas, and it celebrates the arrival of the three wise men. So they were late, so I guess that's the guide. 12 days before Christmas, 12 days after Christmas. You just do what you want. I don't care if you leave it up till Easter. So how long do you leave yours up, Ralph?
Typically this weekend I'll take them down. So I put them up like right before Thanksgiving.
Randy?
Probably a little later into January, but because Miss Kim and myself, we like the lights, and we have this cozy little village that I love looking at. So, yeah.
Okay. Keon?
Usually it's the weekend after the new year. Then I go ahead and take them down. This year I procrastinated putting them up in the first place, so I've got nothing to take down.
Well, there you go. Problem solved. My wife was trying to get me to put these lights over some bushes in the yard. We got some bushes lighting, they just put it over it. It's like a
light blanket.
And she kept saying, "You gonna put those out for me?" Yep, I'll get on it. And I'd forget. And then I never did put them out there. And it's awesome because now I don't have to put them away. I hate putting up Christmas lights.
Good for you.
Kiss the Cook says the three wise men were late because they couldn't find a bathroom. Yeah, that's always a problem. And I don't think they had. I think back then they only had TomTom. Remember the GPS TomTom? It was always kind of glitchy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good. Bring Back Nitschke says, to offset the 2023 bad news from Wisconsin regarding the butter fire, I am not only from Milwaukee, but my rap handle is Butterfinger because I'm always dropping the beats.
Jeez. I'm not sure what to feel about that.
Sometimes people, I just wish I hadn't read things.
It's just if that rap name is any indication, I worry. Okay, I just worry about what's going on, what you're putting on musically. I'm
what I'm putting on? You know what I'm putting on? I'm putting Keon on the hot seat.
All right, let's go.
Come on, Randy. Where were you with on the hot seat?
On the hot seat.
So tell me why did it take this long to fire Chris Beard from Texas? After the whole domestic family violence charge and stuff, why did it take this long?
Well, because they let the police do their investigation and let that run its course. He was saying one thing. His wife was trying to back him up, obviously, because we know how abusive situations can be. But once the investigation was wrapped up with the police, then they went ahead and moved on it. I would have gone faster than that. They arrested him and booked him for a reason. It wasn't just for fun. So I would have moved quicker than that, but they waited for the investigation to work out its way, and then they made that move accordingly. So while I would have preferred them go a little bit quicker, they went by the investigation.
Ralph, I don't think they thought we were serious about the names. I think we better just take a caller.
Make the caller call and give the names.
Ralph, look, Professor Ralph has given his homework and he wants it. He wants that turned in on time.
Man, if they don't want to do it, then they don't get tickets.
Yeah, that's not how it works, Ralph.
Yeah, give them to Bruce Jacobs.
If we don't get this figured, if somebody does not text in the meanings of our names by the end of this hour, in the next hour, we'll do it on the phone.
I can give him a hint.
But no, don't give them hints.
No? Okay.
There's no need for a hint. Either they can get it or they can't. It's just a full thing called Google that they can sort out.
No, for drinking.
But remember, Ralph is saying the English word meaning.
Yes.
But there's no English word Keon.
There is a English meaning of the word Keon.
I don't believe you.
Well, I don't believe you about a lot of things either, but I'm telling you.
You should text me. You should text me that so I can see it. Because I am suspicious.
You're an unbeliever.
Yeah, a little bit.
And this is why there's disaster in the world.
Me personally?
Yes.
All right, I'll live with that. I like a little carnage. Kiss the Cook says today is Boxing Day. It's not Canadian Boxing Day because theirs is on the 26th. Canadians. Boomer Sooner says, yeah, figures this wife beater is a Longhorn.
I mean, why would you figure that? This is like his second year coaching the team. He's been this guy since, he was coaching at Texas Tech. I don't understand how being a Longhorn has anything to do with it. But yeah, he's an awful person. I'm glad he's not coaching the team anymore.
A good cat says, hey, Jeffrey, our Colts have been linked to several coaches: Brian Flores, Byron Leftwich, D'Amico Ryans, Dan Quinn, Steve Wilkes, Eric Bieniemy, Harbaugh. Out of this group, who'd you rather have? He says, I think D'Amico or Bieniemy or Flores. Boy, I'm gonna have to take some time with that. None of this is realistic, until you have a clear picture of the field. I would I'd like to have somebody newish, Bieniemy's got a checkered past, so that's kind of weird. Harbaugh, I personally don't like him, but Ralph is right. He's probably a good coach up in there with the Colts. Steve Wilkes hasn't smiled since 1963, which maybe that's not the worst thing. So I'm going to have to think about that, good cat, if you don't mind. Thundar, the Santa Barbarian, is trying to win the tickets. Let's see. Key on is a musical term, Jeffrey. It's the opposite of somebody who's singing off key. Key on. You definitely don't get those tickets, and I feel like it's gonna be a callers for or something in the future here. Big George says, hello, gentlemen. Happy Thursday. So here are the name definitions. Wait, I'm not reading this. Unless you really can use the tickets. But here we go. It says Jeffrey means awesome radio pal. Randy means cool guy. Keon means sexiest man in all talk radio. And Ralph means bandwagon sports fan. Did I win?
No.
How did I know we were not going to get one single serious answer to this?
Did he get any right at all?
No. I've given you all the answers, Jeffrey. You have them all.
All right, I'll take a look at that, but I feel like he got mine right.
No, he got yours way wrong.
Boomer Sooner says, sorry, Keon, my bad. You're right. Bad thing that happened there. 888-368-1580. So we'll take a break. We'll come back. We got some injury report to deal with. And in the next hour, of course, we're going to do our NFL fan pick'em picks, trying to get you some Harman Solar money and or prizes. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Scott Graham here from Westwood One. Coming up, an NFL Week 18 Saturday doubleheader. The action kicks off with the Las Vegas Raiders hosting the Kansas City Chiefs. Then from Jacksonville, a big game between the Jaguars and Tennessee Titans with the AFC South title and a playoff berth on the line. Join us Saturday on air and on the free live stream, sponsored by AutoZone.
Right here on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's home for the NFL.
Football season is underway, so now is the perfect time to download FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Because right now, new customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's free bets back. If your first bet doesn't win, just sign up with the promo code WIN. FanDuel has all your favorite bets from the money line to point spreads to player props. So sign up today with promo code WIN for your no-sweat first bet. Make every moment more this season with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL.
Must be present in state where lawful to wager. 21 plus in select states. First online real money wager only. Refund issued is non-withdrawable free bets that expire in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit FanDuel.com/RG. Colorado, Iowa, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Virginia. 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342. Arizona 1-800-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat. Connecticut 1-800-9-WITH-IT. Indiana, Kansas 1-800-522-4700 or visit ksgamblinghelp.com. Louisiana 1-877-770-STOP. New York 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Tennessee Redline 1-800-889-9789. Wyoming, West Virginia 1-800-522-4700 or visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-813-8757 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-813-8757. That's 800-813-8757. What do you have to lose? Call 800-813-8757. Again, 800-813-8757.
Seems like everything is going electric these days. Electric cars, electric trucks. But what you save on gas, you pay for with that electric bill. With all these things being plugged into your house, wouldn't it be nice to save up to 85% on your monthly electric bill? Well, you can do that with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Call Harmon Solar. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar. 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
Hey everybody, it's Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends over at the Lund Mortgage Team. For years, I've been telling you about refinancing, new home loans, all the great stuff that the Lund Mortgage Team can help you with from start to finish. Now, things have gotten a little crazy, right? The rates were bouncing all over the place. Now they're officially higher than they've been in a long time. And now more than ever, I think it's important to have a mortgage professional that has been there, done that. Any Yahoo can sell you a mortgage when it's 2.75%. Those people are going away. The real professionals are the ones that are staying in business and helping their clients through this kind of tough time out there as far as mortgage rates are concerned. Those people are the Lund Mortgage Team. Matt Oliver, Lisa Lund, they've owned this team for a long time, over 2 decades in the Valley. They are the best in the business, and they will walk you through the process, whether it's refinancing now or probably more importantly, a new home loan. Let them do all the heavy lifting for you. Call today, 623-875-9940. That's 623-875-9940 or online, lundmortgage.com.
Hey guys, it's Stephen McCollum from the main event here on 1580 The Fanatic. We turn our focus on week 18 in the NFL. There are a lot of scenarios. We'll keep you updated as the news breaks. Suns continue to struggle. Coyotes are a bright spot. The college football championship game is almost here, and we keep you updated on the news. So join me, Stephen McCollum, on the main event, Monday through Friday, noon to 2 p.m. here on 1580, 99.3 FM, The Fanatic.
Your home for sports.
1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Ralph came up with a cockamamie idea on how to give away 4 tickets to Sun Devil men's basketball versus Washington on Sunday at 3 p.m. 4 tickets plus a parking pass. And all right, well, let's see what happens. The last optimist says, I can't use the tickets, but here you go. Well, I'm not going to do that. If you can't use the tickets, I'm only going to tell you if you're right or wrong. And last optimist, you're right. He actually did get them correct according to Ralph's parameters. So I'm not going to read these, but if you wanted the tickets, they would have been yours. Let's just see if somebody else comes up with the same thing. Lost Toby says, Colts can have Shanahan. I'll take Harbaugh. You had Harbaugh. Why do you want him back? Screaming Eagle says, hi, guys. Did you say Rosalie's going to be on? What questions? Well, she's not going to be on because the season is over for fantasy football, but she is going to come back on, and we are going to talk about, the year that was. The problem is we have no idea what's going on right now. And so, yes, we will have Rosalie back on as a guest just to talk about stuff, but the season is, officially over. So there you go. Good to hear from you there, Screaming Eagle. King of Kittens says, can I have the parking pass? Can I just want the parking pass? No, you can't. Dirty
so
Donkey,
you just want the parking pass to go out there and park?
He just wants to make out with his wife and doesn't want to be bothered. I have no idea.
Very nice.
Dirty Donkey says, I just want to know if I'm right. Nobody wants these tickets, but they want to know if they're right. All right, let's see here. You got it correct, Dirty Donkey. So
that's 2.
I guess you don't want the tickets. You don't get. It's just Dirty Donkey. If you wanted them, he'd get the tickets.
And I assume someone would have figured it out by now, just because when we make people call in, whatever caller you say, the previous 4 people, if it's caller number 5, the 4 people in front are so mad that they didn't get the tickets, that they called too early. There's usually a little bit of a lull. You say caller number 5, and then there's still there's a minute or 2 where people wait so that they're not caller number 1. Yeah.
They try to time it. It's not the same with text messages, people. There also is, if you're listening on the app, possibly a little delay. Tons of texts are coming in right now, and I've been having troubles with this text line too. So who knows the hell is happening? Dirty Donkey, I'm just going to tell you, you are correct. CK, do you really want the tickets? Just going to say, if he does, then I'm going to read this. No. I'm sorry, you're incorrect. Remember, he said the English meaning of the words. So
what did he say then? Since he's not right.
Well, I can't. Well, he was talking about. He got wrong on Ralph's. Wolf counsel in English and Hebrew God heals. So that's where you kind of went wrong there on Ralph. Lost Toby says, can someone DM me the answer so I can win the tickets? No, Lost Toby.
Why don't you DM Google and then Google will tell you the answer?
I think that'd be a little bit.
This is not hard.
Just say it.
I'm
tossing that out there as an idea.
And no, Mr. Pink Eye, you can't ask any questions about USFL fantasy football. We are going to pretend like that doesn't even exist on this show. We do not acknowledge the existence of three things. Number one, Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull. Number two, the USFL. Number three, the XFL. Those are the three things we will not acknowledge the existence of. Is there any more that needs to be on this list?
I have a question. Randy White, 1580.
And that one illegitimate child of mine. Okay, go ahead.
Randy White, 1580 Fanatic.
Yes, Randy.
Didn't we, in fact, just acknowledge the existence by saying we don't acknowledge the existence?
I was only acknowledging the existence of the letters, not what they are supposed to actually represent.
I see. Okay.
I can't
just
disregard the actual existence of the alphabet, Randy. I just can't do that.
All right, then.
It sounds like something an emperor might do, but no, not me. Not me.
Okay.
CK says yes. I don't know. I guess he did want the tickets. Sorry. Let's see. Big George says he stands by his answer. Well, you stand wrong. Dirty Donkey says it's the last week of the NFL. Thanks, fellas. I love the show. Well, yeah, but it's not the last week of us. We don't just turn the thing off once the NFL season's over. We have the playoffs ahead of us.
We'll see you guys in September.
We're in your home for the Super Bowl. This is the only station in town that you can hear the NFL from this weekend this weekend forward. Yeah, the Cardinals will be on that other station when they play. Lucky you. But all the other games that are available, every single playoff game will be heard here on 1580 The Fanatic. A couple of them will be on Money Radio because of conflicts, but CRC Broadcasting, we've got your NFL by the short ones.
Yeah.
Why don't we use that as a promo?
We've got your NFL by the short and curlies.
That's right. Well, not all of them are curly, though. That's why I didn't want to add the curly. I didn't want to discriminate against people with straight, or some people just shave it all off.
Well, there is a lot of that movement now that you take the pair of clippers down there, the shearing clippers down there.
No. CK is still arguing his answer. It's not. That's not what Ralph is saying. It is. So I may have to consult with Ralph on this, but we can't because we're on air. Dirty Donkey says, "Oh, my fault. I meant on why nobody wants the ASU tickets because it's the last week of the NFL. Everybody wants to watch the games. That's why." It's interesting, but
there might be something to that.
We might just give it to CK. I don't know. Lost Toby says, "I turned in late, so I tuned in late. I don't even know what the question is. The question is, Lost Toby, what the meaning is of all four of our names in the English language, not in the name meaning dictionary." But if you were to get a actual dictionary, regular dictionary definition, because Ralph is like one of those mean professors that just likes to screw with your head.
Yeah,
it's Ralph's idea. We're totally blaming Ralph.
I'll take all of it.
That's how this thing works.
Just trying to educate people to actually use Google.
The Goog.
Hookem Hottie says, "I can see this show's probably not winning a Marconi in 2023." That was very unkind. I feel like that was very hostile. Dirty Donkey, thank you for that. CK, if nobody else comes for this, I will discuss this off air and see if that works for you. So there you have it. 888-368-1580. I'd like to do some, as people are still probably typing and figuring out their lives, I'm going to go ahead and do some injury reports. Cliff Kingsbury has come out and said Kyler Murray probably won't play this game.
Jeez. You think?
No, I'm sorry. I misread that. He probably won't be ready to start for the next season. Well, we all figured that. It's just always the optimistic doctor saying, well, there's a chance. And then the press runs with it. He's definitely going to be here. No, I knew there's no way he would start the season, but they kept telling us that. So then we started saying that. And it turns out it's all lies, just lies.
Why does he even care? He won't be there.
It's a good point. Aren't you adorable, Cliff?
Damn. Wow.
Micah Parsons, he's, I guess, off the injury report. He had that, he played with a club on his hand, and they're talking because he had a cut. He won't tell anybody what the cut was from. But here, I have a question. Why don't just more people play with one club on one hand? Bam! You know, you can knock the ball out with that easier, could you?
That's a good point.
I always wear it on my hand anyway.
But, you know, sometimes you got to make a tackle. And if someone goes to that side where the club is, you can't grab.
Yeah, I got to tell you what, I can hit you the balls with it. You're going down. You're going down.
I don't know if Micah Parsons wants to be known as that guy.
I don't think he'd mind. Derrick Henry says he's rested and prepared to go out and get that W. The Titans, here ready to go. They're going to play on Saturday. So Derrick Henry, he's ready to turn it on. So that actually might be worth watching. 49ers, Deebo Samuel. I don't know if he's just being coy or if he's just like really like, I am probably ready to play, but they probably don't want me to play because they want me good for the playoffs. So, but Deebo Samuel says he's not trying to push it unless he's 100%, which is just code for I could probably play, but the coaches don't want me to. So I would be surprised if you see Deebo Samuel.
Yeah, no way.
888-368-1580. I'm going to go back to the text line. It's probably a mistake. I want to get insulted by Hook'em Hottie again. Mr. Wilbur, are you? No. He says, I got the 4 meetings for you guys. No particular order. You can assign them all you want. Beavis, Butthead, Jack, and Ass.
Wow.
I feel like that was aggressive also.
Yeah, just a touch. Yeah.
Dirty Donkey says he wasn't ready to start this season. And good one, Ralph. He shouldn't care. Bye, Cliff. The Big T says, if Cliff goes to Bama, I'm jumping off a cliff. I don't think a lot of people would blame you.
If Cliff goes to Bama,
if he goes,
that would be short for Alabama.
If he goes to Bama, he's going to be what a
offensive coordinator.
I don't even know about that. I mean, he might be an
He's
analyst.
holding the Gatorade bottle, squirting into people's mouth. That's the only thing Cliff Kingsbury is good for. All right, so Cabana. Are you trying to? Well, it doesn't matter because you got it wrong. Sorry, man. I mean, according to Ralph's standards, Cabana, you got it wrong. So this is where we said the English definition of the words, not the name definition of the words. Mr. Pink Eye says, what if 1580 starts playing USFL games? I will tender my resignation. I just go on with my life. That's all I'm going to do. All right. So nobody has the Ralph appropriate
we've had
version of the name.
Well, just nobody that actually wants the tickets. Everybody that wants the tickets is wrong, and everybody that doesn't want the tickets is right. And that's very odd to me.
I immediately regret supporting Ralph in this decision.
This is good. Just because people can't get it. I mean,
well, here's the thing. I'm sure that some of these people have gotten it right based on the name definition, not the dictionary definition.
You've got to follow the rules. Life has rules and you must follow them.
Wow, that's profound.
Just doesn't feel right. Does not feel right what we were doing to people. So what do we do? Do we in the next hour put it up for a phone call just to give them some relief, or are we just sticking with Ralph's ultra strict way of going?
Stick with Ralph.
We could stick with Ralph's plan for a couple more segments, and then if
problem is we don't have a couple more segments. We got to do our NFL fan pick 'em picks for the Harmon Solar contest. So no. All right, somebody better figure this crap out during the break. Okay, that's all I got to say. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll do the picks and all this stuff. It's the Daily Blender, ladies and gentlemen, here on 1580, The Fanatic.
When I can't sleep, my mind just races. I think about work, the kids, but I don't think about taking melatonin because I'm afraid I'll feel groggy in the morning.
ZzzQuil Pure Z's Gummies has an optimal dose of melatonin for no next day grogginess, so you can fall asleep naturally and wake up feeling refreshed. ZzzQuil Pure Z's Gummies for better sleep like never before. And try Pure Z Sleep plus Next Day Energy with melatonin plus extended release B vitamins.
There's no doubt that Harman Solar can save you up to 85% on your monthly electric bill. That's a fact. Bruce Jacobs here. But did you know it's possible to get solar for $0 down and no payments for 12 months? You can lease, finance, or even purchase outright. They have plans that fit everybody. Harman Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harman Solar at 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189, or go to harmansolar.com.
The Renaissance Festival is back! Huzzah! Weekends, February 4th through April 2nd.
It's awesome.
I love it. It's great for the family. All our kids love it. That's why we come here every year.
Good times can be had by all. It's the best time we have every year. It's a great time for everyone. Join us at the Renaissance Festival! Huzzah!
Come and have a turkey leg. The Renaissance Festival is back! Huzzah! Weekends, February 4th through April 2nd. Discount tickets available at Bashers and Food City or Arizona.renfestinfo.com. Presented by Delta Airlines, Bashers, Food City, Pepsi, Budweiser, and Guinness.
You come out here and you really have a good time. My kids love it.
There's lots of shops to go to. Hair braiding, face painting. Oh, and I really like the meat sticks, the turkey. Whoa! Huzzah!
There's so much going on. Make sure you come out early and stay all day.
You can always save on Renaissance Festival admission with discount tickets at Bashers and Food City stores statewide. Huzzah!
As a kids, we all loved hopping on our bikes and hitting the road.
I'll be back for dinner. See ya.
Well, bikes just got reinvented for us big kids. If you haven't tried an electric bike, you have no idea what you're missing. Hit the road, the trails, or the beach by pedaling or not pedaling.
It's like being a kid all over again.
Start with the best. Hemingway e-bikes are the best fat tire electric bikes sold. Since 2017, Hemingway is known for durability, price, safety, and fun. Hemingway is the long-range e-bike experts, taking you faster and farther on a single charge. Hemingway sells direct to the consumer, ships right to your home, and has over 2,000 five-star reviews. Choose from 7 models, all with an unprecedented 2-year warranty. Find out why over 50,000 customers call Hemingway the best e-bike there is. Go to HemingwayEbike.com. That's HIMIWAY ebike.com. Now save up to $250 with promo code FANATIC. Go to HemingwayEbike.com.
KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K240U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down.
Because it's time.
For what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender, and your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Keon Rose in the control room. Ralph from Harman Solar is with us, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harman Solar Studios in Scottsdale. Just got a... All right, so CK has come back and corrected himself. Do we allow that since he has all of them?
He has them all. Then why wouldn't
Yeah, I don't see why not.
He has them all,
He really
and
wants them. It's the person who wanted it first.
Nobody has texted him at least before him. So all right, here we go, CK. If you really do want them tickets, here we go. Jeffrey is Divine Peace. I know, bullcrap, right?
Yeah, total bullcrap.
He says is a male name from Germanic word. Really? Huh. That's weird because my lineage is Irish English, so that's interesting. Ralph means vomit.
Yep.
And Keon is a boy's name of English origin, meaning guide or leading. Now, that is in the definition that Ralph did provide. That is one of them.
Yep.
And then, well, where's the Randy one? Where's Randy? Oh, there's Randy is gender neutral. Uh-oh.
Gender neutral.
He got that one wrong.
Ah.
I didn't notice that. I thought he got it right. He got it wrong.
Close, but no cigar, pal.
Yeah, again, it's not the name definition, it's the dictionary definition.
Come on.
So now
get it real quick.
I've given away too much. I have given away too much.
He has
What
to
do you
come
mean?
get it right now.
Well, let's just see what happens. 888-368-1580. All right, so a couple of tidbits, just so you know. I don't know if this makes a difference on your picks or not as we get ready to do these picks. Bobby Wagner wants a piece of the Seahawks. Bobby Wagner, he's like spoiling the Seahawks playoff hopes. That is something worth playing for. They gave up on me, and he's just like, I know our season's lost. That means this man is coming at you like a missile now, Ralph. So Bobby Wagner coming at you. What do you think?
I don't think he can have a better game than he had against us last time. I think he had a pick and like 2 or 3 sacks and caused a fumble. I mean, he was fantastic. I love Bobby Wagner. He's one of my all-time favorite players, but I don't think it makes a difference. They're just too beat up.
He's
Love
not
you,
even
Bobby.
not even a difference about what one man can do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That one man coming through the line and destroying somebody or getting a pick or, whatever it takes. Bobby Wagner, you could tell he's playing with more chips on his shoulders.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, he's upset that they let him go, but he has to understand it's business, and they're ready to move on for some cheaper players, and they have some great young talent. And I get it. I love you, Bobby. You're one of my favorite all time, but it ain't going to make a difference.
So Devontae Adams, he's talking about how it's like, hey, I wouldn't be here with the Raiders if Derek Carr wasn't here, but I still want to be a Raider. And yes, CK has got it now finally correct. So we give it to him, even though it took a bunch of different tries.
You need to read them.
He wants them the most. That
All right. Randy is sexually aroused.
You better
Ralph
believe it.
is vomit. Keon is guide or leading. Jeffrey is divine peace.
I prefer King for Leon, but I'll take it.
Who? For who?
Well, King for Keon. King.
Oh, you said Leon. So
no, I said Keon.
Was it just me?
I heard Leon, but yeah, I figured it was a slip of the tongue. I wasn't
heard
making a big
Leon.
deal
It's
about
Keon. It's not Leon Spinks. It's Keon.
No, he was the one that says you have to get it exactly right. So yeah,
No,
I'm
he's
calling
right.
your ass out on Leon.
He's right. He gets the tickets.
All right, CK, you get the tickets. Go ahead and put in the text there for me your God-given name, not your English definition of just your name plus your email address. Lost Toby says, no, he said Leon, which is Lion. So I win. No, Lost Toby, you get nothing. 888-368-1580. Shall we go ahead and start up the Harmon Solar NFL Fan Pick'em Picks? Because we got a lot of games this weekend here on the radio station. A lot of games to consider. Let's start off with the ones here on our station. Chiefs and Raiders on Saturday at 3 p.m., ladies and gentlemen. It's probably going to be a bit of a lopsided affair. And it's probably not going to be that hard to figure what's going to happen. But then again, they may kind of lay up on this. They may take it easy to try to preserve their health, getting ready for the first playoff game, or do they get a bye? We haven't figured that out yet, have we?
We don't know yet.
We don't know yet, but because of the percentages being the deciding factor, makes sense for them to go out and just try to win it.
All right. So if that's the case, it's going to be a bad day, in my opinion, for the Las Vegas Raiders. Does anyone disagree with me?
Negatory.
No.
All right. There's no reason to even pontificate on this one. It's not going to be good for the Raiders. And Stidham, is he playing or is he still hurt? Because they said he was on the injury report. So, yeah, sorry, Raider fans. It's just not your year. The next game up we have is the Tennessee Titans taking on the Jaguars at 7 p.m. here on 1580 The Fanatic. This one does have playoff implications, but it does not seem like anything that would be a good game either. Or am I wrong? Trevor Lawrence, he has his moments. The Titans, they have their moments, but the Titans, they're kind of a mess right now. Keon, what do you see here with this? The Tennessee Titans taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars on Saturday.
I think the Jags are going to beat them down. When we saw the last 5 weeks of Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars, it's been more than just moments. Trevor Lawrence has looked really damn good, and their offense is coming together. I think the Doug Peterson hiring is starting to show why they did that, why they decided to move in that direction. Have somebody who can develop your young quarterback and who understands how to scheme an offense. That the running backs are doing well. ETN, the wide receivers. Did they pay too much money for Christian Kirk? Well, it doesn't look like it sometimes. I mean, it looks like he belongs in that group of guys making that amount of money. I think the Jags are looking really good, and they're one of those teams getting hot going into the postseason. I think they beat Tennessee and get it done and get in there.
All right, so Keon's got the Jags. Who you got, Randy?
Same thing, and I couldn't agree more with what Keon just said. I mean, this team is, as of late, been playing very good football, and they're at home, and there's playoff implications. And I think the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to be very motivated to beat Tennessee and go on to the playoffs just to shake off that, that nastiness from the last couple of seasons. Give me Jacksonville.
So are they going to get rid of the Urban Meyer funk, Ralph?
Yeah, I agree with everybody here. They're 6 of the last 8. Trevor Lawrence has looked great. This is a big game for Jacksonville's fans. They're going to get to see their team win a division and go into the playoffs. I know this hurts you as a Colt fan, but good. I think they win this game. And
but
hey, you never know. They might take a shot at the playoffs. Maybe they win a game. We'll see. So I take Jacksonville.
All right, fair enough. And then on Sunday, we got the Lions at the Packers at 5:30 p.m. Detroit Lions. Yeah, I said Chiefs from the beginning.
No, not Chiefs, Jacksonville.
No, I said Chiefs in this game too.
No.
Chiefs will win both games. No, I also picked Jacksonville.
Oh.
All right, so Detroit Lions, they are 8-8. The Green Bay Packers are 8-8. Who, Randy, will walk away with a winning record after this game?
It's in Lambeau Field. I mean, I'd love to say my Detroit Lions were going to go in there and beat some Green Bay ass, but that's not going to happen. Jared Goff cannot play outside of the dome in Detroit. Give me Green Bay.
All right, Ralph?
I have to take Detroit, so I have to play emotion here, right? So if Seattle wins, they need Detroit to win. So I am going to buy a Detroit hat. I am going to buy a Detroit jersey, and I'm going to bandwagon the heck out of them this weekend because I need them to win. So I'm pulling for Detroit. I think they could win this game. I mean, Green Bay is so up and down, so we'll see, but I'm pulling for Detroit.
So it will kiss your hopes goodbye because top picker Jeffrey O'Brien is picking the Green Bay Packers. And even if I weren't a top picker, I would do it out of spite. So Green Bay Packers beat the Lions. Keon, what say ye?
Yeah, look, Harmon Solar, Ralph gearing up for this weekend, getting ready to bite some kneecaps. But I'm going to go with the Packers, and for all the reasons that Randy said. 29 touchdowns for Jared Goff this season, and most of them happened in warm weather in a dome. Lambeau Field is going to be frigid. There is no way that Jared Goff is going to play like good Jared Goff. He's going to look like the guy that we wondered why they signed him in the first place. So I'm going to go with the Packers here. They're at home. They're hot. They're playing good football. The wide receivers are syncing with Aaron Rodgers at the right time.
The Maniac texted in that he thought maybe we should use the Urban Dictionary definitions. He thinks those are better.
No,
I'm not Googling any of this on my
nope.
All right. Next, we got everybody's opinion on this one, right?
Yeah, everybody took Detroit. Yeah.
No, everybody took the Green Bay Packers, except for people who want to lose. All right, let's talk about this game. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they're in the playoffs, but they are 8-8. They're playing the Atlanta Falcons, who are just dismal. So Tom Brady will play. And I'm sure, the Atlanta Falcons, they got guys in the team who need to play to get their contracts, to maybe give some hope for the next year, that sort of thing. I don't know what kind of game we're in for. I don't know how many players on Tampa Bay are going to get kind of rested on the sidelines. You can't talk Tom Brady off the field, but you can sort of control the rest of it. Is this going to be a blowout from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, over the Atlanta Falcons, or we kind of balance out as a mediocre game where not all the Tampa Bay players are there, all of the Atlanta players are there, but it just didn't damn matter. What do you think, Ralph?
Well, I agree with you. This is almost like picking a preseason game. It could go any way, right? I don't see Tom Brady playing this whole game. I just don't buy it. I got to go with the Falcons because I think that they're going to play a bunch of young guys, and they're playing for a job next year, and the Buccaneers are already looking toward next week. So I'm going to take Atlanta.
All right, Randy, Tampa Bay or Atlanta? They all wear red.
I gotta go with Tampa Bay here. Atlanta was just. I mean, you don't know what you're going to get from week to week. That's why they have a 6-10 record. Give me Tampa Bay, and I think Tom Brady plays a lot of this game. And I'll be honest with you, I think most of the starters play a lot of this game too. Him and Mike Evans have just now started to sync up again. So I would look for them to play at least 3 quarters.
All right, Keon, do you concur?
I don't actually. I think Atlanta is going to be my pick. First off, they're favored to win this game by 4 points. I don't think a lot of people expect them to play the entire game. Todd Bowles said they're not. He wasn't clear on how long the starters would play, but he said that if Tom goes in, Blaine's coming in after him, and if Blaine gets the start, Kyle Trask is coming in after him. So basically, we are going to see a game where the Buccaneers, for some chunk of this game, are playing their bench. And at that point, I'm going to go with the Falcons, who are trying. They got a young quarterback who they want to see what he's got. You know, I think they're going to be playing for something where the Buccaneers are going to try to stay healthy.
Hey, Keon, can you hold on a second? I got to talk to Randy and Ralph for a second. Hey, Randy, Ralph, come here. Is it rude if I were to make a bet with Keon about this game? Because I can barely hear him from how far down he is in the picks contest. It's a slight echo coming from the cavern that he is down deep in. I feel like I could make some money off this.
Yeah,
is that wrong?
I think you should. I think you should do it. Yeah.
Should you do it? Yeah.
Hey, Keon, how do you feel about a bet on that?
I mean, despite your intentions, which you said, where I did have some trouble hearing you from way down in the depths.
I hear Keon, but so far down there.
I did actually hear,
sign language
a little bit.
Can you speak up? We can't hear you from how far down you are.
But yeah, no, I'll be open to a bet.
Name your terms, sir.
I don't know.
You're the one who's super confident here. Let's go.
I will buy you a Barro's pizza for once.
A full pizza?
Oh, not a pizza, but
nice. He said full pizza. I heard him say, "Yeah, he's going to buy you a Barro's pizza."
Eat that for lunch?
You can, but I'm amending it to just the slices because I'm poor.
Fair enough. Well, now I feel bad. No, I don't. 888-368-1580. So we've all had our say. Everybody but Keon is taking Tampa Bay on.
No, I'm taking Atlanta.
What?
Ralph? Yeah, Ralph.
I was the first one to take Atlanta. I agree with Keon 100%.
Well, you dumb. 888-368-1580. Let's see. Let's go on and talk about your game, Ralph. Seattle Seahawks at home, hoping for the playoffs. Need a few things to happen. Maybe it will happen. Maybe it won't happen. The Dallas Cowboys. The Los Angeles Rams, though. We talked about before. They'd love to play spoiler. They don't have a whole lot of players that can spoil, but that defense, has a couple of bright spots. Could make it difficult for the Seahawks. Imagine you're extremely confident about this game.
Well, I think besides Bobby Wagner, nobody on the Rams can give a crud about this game. This is a playoff game for Seattle, just like last week was. So they're going to come out and give it all. I think they win this game. I don't see the Rams, just too many injuries, too many issues. I think they lose. I think Seattle probably wins this game going away.
All right. What do you say, Randy? I know you're no fan of the Rainy City Bitch Pigeons. You're also no fan of the Los Angeles Rams. So,
yeah, I've got to agree with Ralph. Even though he made fun of me yesterday wearing a Cardinals hat, saying it was a less fortunate person day and all this business. But I got to go. I mean, I think Seattle is going to be playing for their playoff lives. They have to win this game. They cannot go out and lose this game. So give me Seattle.
Keon?
There is nothing on that Rams defense. Not a single person that I trust to stop that Seahawks offense. So I'm going to take the Seahawks too.
So I feel like Bobby Wagner could hurt someone.
I trust Bobby Wagner. That's true. But the other 10 guys that are going to be out there with him.
Seattle Seahawks probably going to win this game pretty easily. When the Rams, Ryan Seacrest says that he feels like this season has been a professional failure, he ain't wrong. So there you go. 888-368-1580. Let me get caught up here on the text line real fast. Baker's Cocky Hen says he'll take you have to put the A-N in it. I can't read it that way. He says, I'll take the Titans over the Jaguars any day. You can't just leave letters out like that. I can't read it that way.
Well, you could.
Fighting Wampa says, Ralph, do you really need to buy a Lions hat? I'm pretty sure you already have one. And maybe probably a jersey in there and an autographed football, you bandwagoner.
can honestly say I don't have anything Lions.
I don't think that you bandwagon the Lions. I mean, if you do, that's
if you were to quit your team and pick a team to there should be a rule. Okay. Okay. People have said, oh, is it a man card violation if I dump my team and go to another team? And I kind of feel like, that's not good. I don't know if it's about a man card violation, but dumping your team going somewhere else, that just kind of feels like, the bandwagon thing isn't a cool look. But then I thought, unless, let's say Ralph finally had enough of the Seahawks. I think what should happen in whatever time you decide to do this, the only team you can then be a fan of is the worst team in the NFL. Meaning, if you were going to stop being a Seahawks fan, you have to become a Texans fan.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Cardinals.
well, statistically,
it's the Texans. Uncalled for.
I don't know what I did to Ralph, but I'd sure like to do it again.
Whoa. I still haven't recovered from the last one.
I'd sure like to do it again, and this time, remember it.
Now, Ralph's going to have to go by the store and pick up a pack of Tucks.
Oh boy.
Is that why he walks like he's been riding a bike with a loose seat?
Yeah, I sold my Harley, so something's up.
Big George says, guys, any chance the Cardinals pursue Tom Brady next season?
No.
I'm sure that anybody would be happy to have him, but probably not. Yeah.
He ain't coming.
Kits the cook says, hey, where's Rosalie Hotsey? It's Thursday. Well, she doesn't do this part of the show. She's usually on with us in the 5 o'clock, but since we only have a 10-minute show and she's off at the CES thing doing her supermodel actress spokesperson thing, that she won't be on with us today. So sorry. You're stuck with our ugly faces. Baby got Dak. Haven't heard from her in a while. She says, hey, guys, you think if you were a Browns fan, you should be able to jump ship to any other team you want?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll allow that. Yeah, because that's not fair. That's not just bandwagoning off of a struggling team. No, that's an evil team. You go wherever you want if you're a Browns fan. Well put there, baby got Dak. After Lefty says the Lions bandwagon is the size of a Hot Wheels car. And by the way, I've got a prediction, he says. Young Hoku is scoring a touchdown this week.
The Falcons kicker?
God, I hope you're right. That would be amazing if you were. Hamilton Porter says, I grew up in Detroit. We dump our team every year about halfway through. So you start a Lions fan, but you got a backup in the closet, your second team. I guess that's understandable for Detroit.
You're the Homer Simpson gif where he backs into the bushes and you just come out with a different uniform, different hat, different gear.
So my theory that if you bandwagon off your team, you finally decide I've had enough. You have to take the worst team in the league. What if your team is already the worst team in the league?
Then you have to take the Seattle Sea Chickens.
That sounds about right. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Scott McCarthy here from Westwood One. Join us for a special NFL Week 18 Saturday doubleheader. Up first, it's AFC West action with the Kansas City Chiefs at the Las Vegas Raiders. Then Jason McCourty and I will be in Jacksonville for an AFC South showdown between the Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans, with the divisional title and a playoff ticket on the line.
Right here on 1580, The Fanatic, Arizona's home for the NFL.
Football season is underway, so now is the perfect time to download FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Because right now, new customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's free bets back. If your first bet doesn't win, just sign up with the promo code WIN. FanDuel has all your favorite bets from the money line to point spreads to player props. So sign up today with promo code WIN for your no-sweat first bet. Make every moment more this season with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL.
Must be present in state where lawful to wager. 21 plus in select states. First online real money wager only. Refund issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expire in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit fanduel.com/RG. Colorado, Iowa, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Virginia. 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342. Arizona 1-800-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat. Connecticut 1-800-9-WITH-IT. Indiana, Kansas 1-800-522-4700 or visit ksgamblinghhelp.com. Louisiana 1-877-770-STOP. New York 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Tennessee Redline 1-800-889-9789. Wyoming, West Virginia 1-800-522-4700 or visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
If you are 65 or older, you know this. Watching your hard-earned dollars fly out the window on healthcare costs is so
frustrating, but here's some great news. If you missed the December 7th deadline for open enrollment, it's not too late. Here's something that can really help. It's MediShare 65 Plus. MediShare is a community of Christians who share each other's healthcare bills, people who encourage and pray for each other too. MediShare 65 Plus is a low-cost option for those with Medicare Parts A and B, and it fills in the gaps where Medicare stops. It's a great way to fight inflation too. You can lock in one low monthly price for up to 10 years. Plus, it's easy. You can use any Medicare-approved doctor or get 24/7 telehealth access from the comfort of your home. So worth looking into. MediShare 65 Plus is open for enrollment. And if you join right now before January 31st, your second month will be free. So don't miss this chance. Call 844-SHARE-65. That's 844-SHARE-65. 844-SHARE-65.
Remember last year when you wanted to hear that NFL matchup, but you couldn't because you were at your nephew's birthday party and the Fanatic couldn't stream the NFL on their app? Didn't that suck? Well, those days are over, pal. Now you can listen live to every primetime NFL game on the Fanatic app. Download the app now at the Google Play Store or the App Store, or at 1580thefanatic.com.
Welcome back to the Daily Blender on this Thursday as we keep going through our picks. Remember, FanDuel, your source for all sorts of fun and frivolity. Last week, I was just one game shy of a 5-game parlay, and it was easy to set up. I could have turned $5 into about $500. It's that simple.
Ralph has offered ways to turn $5 into $500, but nobody wants to go in for that. That's just weirdness.
Yeah. Anyway, that's one of the things I love about betting on the NFL is I'm always finding these new players, new game props that I like, and I could put them together in a same game parlay that works out for me. And what's cool about FanDuel, you can combine these props with other bets from the same game to score an even bigger payout. Perfect for this weekend set of games. You hear us talking about it right now. I mean, you could pick your game, your team playing. Are they playing for a playoff berth? Are they or just playing to finish out the season? I mean, you don't know what's going to happen until they actually get on the field. FanDuel, easy to use, easy to register, easy to deposit, and it's also easy to place your bet fast during a game when you see a trend you like with live betting. And also, FanDuel gives you fast withdrawals when you win. They pay your winnings really fast. No feeling like nailing a same-game parlay bet, so lock in your bet today on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. If you're new to FanDuel, sign up today with my promo code Randy1580 for your no sweat first bet up to $1,000. Again, that's Randy1580, the promo code, which is, by the way, preferred. 4 out of 5 dentists prefer my promo code over any other promo code.
No, that's true. I was getting some dental work done, and they said they love your promo code.
Well, it fights cavities, keeps the tartar away, and gives you the opportunity to win more. Make every moment more on FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of the NFL, 21 or older, present in the state of Arizona. First online real money wager, only $10. First deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable free bets expiring 14 days after you get them. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342 Jeffco.
Thank you, Randy. Heavy Metal Maniacs. Now, careful. He's he's a swell guy. He's a fellow that's going to throw you a beer at a game if you ask him for the beer. But don't mess with his Texas. Don't mess with his Cowboys. He gets very, very angry. So don't call them the Cowgirls or what else do you call the Cowboys? What are all the phrases that you call the Cowgirls? What are some of the other ones? The derogatory terms for that team.
That I call them?
Well, that anybody calls them. I've heard more than just the Cowgirls.
Cowgirls is about the only thing I call them. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I was thinking about the She-Hawks or the Rainy City Bitch Pigeons or the colorblind bastards from the Northwest. Oh, my God. Anyway, so Heavy Metal Maniac says Cowboys will win this weekend. The Eagles will lose. Cowboys will win the division and get a bye week. Go Cowboys. We'll get to that, Heavy Metal Maniacs. But God bless you and your enthusiasm. Hamilton Porter says, yeah, we stick around to enjoy Thanksgiving, and then it's over. Oh, the Detroit Lion fans. Do you really enjoy the Thanksgiving, though? Really? But did they win this year, a Thanksgiving game? I can't remember. Hamilton, you can tell us. I'm sure you know.
No.
Boomer Sooner says, "Hey, are you guys going to have a booth set up at the Phoenix Waste Management Open thing?"
We might.
Yeah, we always find out like the day before,
or even the morning of,
and then we just show up. That's what we do. So, Cow Pokers says Thundar the Santa Barbarian. There's a derogatory term for the Cowboys, although that one doesn't sound that bad.
No.
So the Lions did lose on Thanksgiving, but it was a 28-25 game with the Bills.
All right, so it was at least worth watching. Kind of thing.
It was a good game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't understand why that sound effect came off for that, but okay. Was that for the Cow Pokers?
Yes.
I don't know.
The Cow Pokers.
Can we get back to our Harmon Solar NFL fan pick'em picks, please?
Absolutely.
All right, so where are we at here? Let's go on to, since Thundar is excited, let's go ahead and talk about this game. The Dallas Cowboys visiting the home of the Washington Commanders. By the way, you weren't here with us yesterday, but we talked about Major Tuddy, your new mascot. Have you seen this abomination of a mascot?
Of course I've seen it, and I continue to see it in my nightmares. When I close my eyes,
that's all you see.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a horror show. I mean, the Hogs are suing because of it, and not just because he looks absolutely terrible, but because
he looks diabetic.
They did not approve the team using a hog, and that's their trademark.
Did they really trademark all that?
Oh yeah, because I mean that was a big deal back when they were dominant. So more power to them.
Isn't that sad? If for no doesn't own the trademark.
Well, of course,
the fat bastards swilling beer in the stands have that.
It's well, no, I mean the offensive line that originally.
They went and got it. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Well, that's
good. Not just the fans that were the pig noses in the stands. But I sure hope they win the lawsuit, if for no other reason than to get that misery out of everyone's line of sight. What the hell was that?
Well, the Washington Commandos will lose the lawsuit against the Hogs as much as they're going to lose this game against the Dallas Cowboys. I do not see a W in your future. That's just the end of the season for you. Got to love that coach, but boy, he boneheaded some things lately. And you are now out of the playoffs. I don't know if you knew that or not. I just figured I was aware.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm going to say nay to a Washington win and yay to the Dallas Cowboys winning. I don't even know if we need to pontificate. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Randy?
Nay.
You're just saying that. You don't really believe that.
Listen, Ron Rivera was embarrassed this week. He made a huge gaffe by placing Carson Wentz.
Oh, yeah, Carson.
Wentz.
Why didn't you respond to my tweet I put about Carson Wentz? Keon.
Because
I tagged you and everything.
Well, I was not on Twitter for obvious reasons. But no, I mean, Carson Wentz isn't the reason why they lost that game.
It is.
Yes, no, it's not. They were playing a team. They couldn't run the damn ball. And you know what? People talk about Taylor Heineke. Their stats are the same. They have the same stats.
Wentz.
So no, Carson, I'm not. Look.
So Heineke throws 3 interceptions in a game?
Yes. No one's. They win, so no one cares. But like Taylor, the ball does not move.
Carson.
He got that good hot start, but the offense doesn't move. They don't score. We're kind of doomed. This is it. Ron Rivera said, "Hey, let's go bring in Carson Wentz and then bring in a bunch of retread Panthers to be the offensive line." And this is the result that you're going to have. Carson can't move anymore. He's not mobile. And once Taylor stopped running, once his mobility kind of decreased, I think he took some hits that he's obviously not used to being a full-time starter. The productivity was not there. This whole team failed. I'm not. And Carson, by the way, team can opt out of his contract after the year. We're not on the books for anything.
Carson.
So you can't make me mad with Carson Wentz. In a year where Dan Snyder's going to be gone. That's my win right now. Get Dan the hell out of here, man.
You sound like you're insane right now. I hope you know that.
No, the whole team was bad. The whole team was bad.
Here's the situation. Roast beef, run the ball. He's going to go out there. Dak Prescott is going to overlook the fact that they're playing Washington. The Cowboys will not be ready. And guess what? Washington's going to steal one. Give me Carson Wentz. or whoever's behind center. Is it Billy Bluebell? What the hell's the guy name? What's his name?
It's actually going to be Sam Howell.
Sam Howell,
the
from
rookie,
the former North Carolina
grandson of
quarterback.
Thurston.
That's
There
why
you go.
I'm excited to watch the game.
Sam Howell will lead the Commandos on to victory.
I just want them to evaluate them and see what they've got in the guy. You know, I'm
Can't
really
tell
excited
you,
about him.
I'm not wasting one moment of my last week of NFL Sunday ticket on that game.
Well, clearly none of you have been wasting any of your time watching.
I'm going to
these
watch
games
the whole damn
because
thing.
you're telling me that I'm insane for saying that Taylor Heineke and Carson Wentz are the same guy.
Carson,
One
I didn't
throws
say a word.
one throws long interceptions, one
Wentz.
throws short interceptions.
Oh, that's the difference. Okay. No,
They
that was
both
perfect.
throw an insane amount of picks. They have the
That's
same.
perfect.
Look at the numbers. They throw the same amount of picks. It's the same amount of touchdowns. The completion percentage is the same. They're the same guy.
Would you like to invoke your change your team option right now and become a Texans fan?
I know because I at 25 years and I've been an Army brat. Every time I've moved, I could have changed my team. No, I'm not gonna.
All right, just starting off. Right, we all the sane people are picking the Dallas Cowboys.
And I too am picking the Cowboys.
All right, the two sane people, an unhinged Keon, and a contrary Randy.
Yeah,
That's the way we'll do this.
Contrarian, that's me.
So let's go on to the next game. My game. Nobody cares. Just nobody cares.
Who are you guys playing this week?
The Houston Texans are visiting the Colts.
Yeah.
Neither team wants to win.
2-13 versus 4-11. Okay.
Nobody wants to win this because now you're in a good position to have a great pick. I guess the Houston Texans could win this and it wouldn't damage them. But then again, that does sort of open the door. Whose number? I'm trying to find my sheet on. There it is. If they are 2 wins in, Chicago's got 3 wins. If Houston were to win, and Chicago was to lose, Chicago would then get the first pick because
of the tie.
Houston has a tie, which would make their record better than the Bears. The Bears would end up with the number 1 pick. So I don't know if that really matters in the world of quarterbacks because I don't believe Chicago would take a quarterback. But I think they would take is somebody trading up for those picks. They would take another handful of picks to put more weapons around Justin Fields. So you could end up with somebody up in there. So I guess in that case, Chicago probably does have something to play for. But let's come back to my horrific game, the Houston Texans taking on the Indianapolis Colts. So neither team wants to win. Which team do you think will screw around and find out? Randy?
Well, this has not happened since 1973 when the Cleveland Browns, Kansas City Chiefs, and Denver Broncos all did the same thing in this season. Do you want to know what it is?
What's that?
Let's take you back to week 1 when the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans met for the first time.
Yeah, I remember that.
This is going to be a tie this week.
Oh, no.
These 2 teams are going to tie.
No. Oh, God.
Because here's what's going to happen.
A tie.
The very first play from scrimmage, the center will hike the ball. The ball will go past the quarterback and land on the turf, and nobody's going to want to touch it. And then time will run out. And then they'll do that again in the next half. And then you might be right. Could it? But see, a tie is too helpful. So nobody wants the tie. You're better off properly winning or losing. I guess the tie is better than the loss.
I'm calling it tie.
Oh, this is such a bleep show. So Randy's calling it a tie.
The tie is worse than a loss because then that if you have the same amount of losses as somebody else, it drops you down. So if your goal is to tank, tie cannot happen.
Well, Houston would then have 2 ties, and then
so would Indianapolis because you both tied the first week.
No, it would be 2-13-2. Would that keep them? I guess it would in the number 1 pick.
Oh, it would if the Bears don't win.
Right, which they were.
Yeah, so if the Bears lose, I think the Bears might still leapfrog them.
But the Bears, if they lose, would be 3-13. The Texans, if they tie, would be 2-13-2. You see the mess you've made here?
You guys did this. Your Colts and Texans, you did this.
Well, okay. But don't lump me in with these people. I don't live in Indiana.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Look, this is a game that's so bad. I actually don't know who to choose. I'm going to go with the Colts because I think they're better, but the Texans play close against everybody. So I don't know what to make of this.
Keep in mind, the Houston Texans kept the Colts from winning in the first game of the season. So they're at least good enough to do that. Back when we all tried to win. Just saying.
Yeah, they beat the Titans lately.
Who did?
Put the Texans.
Yeah.
They put up 24 on the Chiefs.
You're taking the Texans.
I think I just talked myself into the Texans.
You're going to take the Colts?
I was, but they're both trying to lose. How do you pick a game where no one wants to win?
Could we get some string and lower a bag of Doritos down to Keon there at the bottom of the picks contest? He needs a little. I think he needs a little sustenance.
Why?
He was thinking of picking the Colts. He needs some blood sugar help there.
There's no way. It's the Texans. It's the only team where I would be conflicted picking the Colts. It's literally the only team.
All right. So who are you going with the Texans or the Colts? All right, Ralph.
Well, I just heard that Carson Wentz got traded to the Colts.
Carson
and Heineke got traded to Houston.
Wentz.
And they're going to go after each other this game because they're going to throw picks.
If that were to happen, I would be a Texan fan tomorrow.
Yeah. There's no way in the world the Texans are going to win this game because they won't let them win this game. You're not going to give up a number one pick for this. It's not going to happen.
Tell the players that.
The players will fall down, roll over on the ground. There's no way they're going to play
because players get bonuses from scoring. It's like you cannot tell players
if the
Texans win, not to score.
If the Texans win, people will get fired. That's my opinion.
So I think this will be one of the highest rated games of the season out of sheer morbid curiosity, Randy. Who do you have?
I'm taking the Tide. I told you I'm not taking.
I gave you a moment to reconsider that. I'm taking the Texans just because that's what I want to have.
I'm taking the Colts.
So. Oh my God,
Randy! If you're right, I will vomit on Sunday. The guy, there's just
you're welcome.
You'll Ralph on Sunday.
I will Ralph on Sunday. Exactly. Yeah. No.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back and we'll wrap it up with a few more picks, and of course, Randy White's epic Arizona Cardinals pick.
No, I don't have an epic one this week. No.
You're just not helping me promote the show at all.
Oh, okay. All right. Epic.
The Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Susan, it's so great to finally be able to get together again.
Oh, it sure is. And I really appreciate you picking up the bill.
I'm happy to. I've got the extra cash. Since we've all been driving so much more again, I've been using Upside, the free app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back just for buying the gas I was going to buy anyway.
But is it a hassle to use?
No, it's super fast and easy, and I can cash out whenever I want.
That's a total no-brainer. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code GALLON for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's promo code GALLON. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code GALLON for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code GALLON.
If you are an IT professional looking for an opportunity with great benefits, the freedom to creatively solve problems in a career with great growth potential and a team environment, look no further than Affinity Technology. Serving the Valley since 1992, Affinity Technology is looking for a level 1 tech to develop and deliver excellent solutions and outstanding customer service. Visit atechaz.com/jobs and get started with your future today. That's atechaz.com/jobs.
They're going to go nuts when he hits this thing.
The People's Open is back. See the PGA Tour's best tee it up at the 2023 WM Phoenix Open presented by Taylor Morrison. February 6th through the 12th at TPC Scottsdale. Get full tournament information at WMPhoenixOpen.com.
That's WMPhoenix.com.
Well, Mrs. Grayer, nothing on the x-ray that pinpoints the source of the pain. Let's send you to our lumbar expert.
After reviewing the x-rays, I can't see anything wrong. Let's give you a steroid shot for the pain and send you to the lab for some blood work.
Tired of the runaround? How about trying a new approach? The holistic approach.
At the Naturopathic Physicians Group in Scottsdale, our medical doctors are experts in full spectrum care using a natural approach. Patients come in for a variety of issues, including joint pain, chronic conditions, and issues specific to men's and women's health. Our naturopathic doctors can restore pain-free joint function and restore balance in immune, digestive, and hormone systems, which often improves both immediate physical symptoms and also improves cognition and emotional stability. If traditional medicines aren't working, don't you think it's time to start feeling like yourself again? Call Naturopathic Physicians Group at 480-451-6161. That's 480-451-6161. Or go to naturopathicgroup.com.
1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Arizona's new home for sports.
Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. I think I've been looking at the draft order so long. Letters and words no longer have meaning. As I search for some future hope for my Indianapolis Colts, I'm getting a quarterback. At least I'm going to get a decent quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we could probably win this game, and I'd still get a decent quarterback. So I feel pretty good right now. I don't know if it's the, future forming quarterback, but it'd be a good quarterback.
Think about what you're saying, though. You're asking Jeff Saturday to coach against Lovie Smith in an NFL game that with all the odds on the table, the Houston Texans and Lovie Smith are just inept enough to go out and win this game.
Jeff Saturday. No, if you had to choose a coach, you had no other choices left. Zero choices. Okay, I'm going to go with Ralph. Lovey's got a nice beard, but not a great record as a coach. Jeff Saturday, he seems like a pretty good guy. Not a great coach, but if you had to choose Jeff Saturday or Lovie Smith as a coach, which one would you choose?
Lovie Smith without hesitation.
Keon.
Lovie Smith.
Exactly,
I mean,
Randy.
That's what I was just saying.
The game has passed Lovie Smith by, but he's at least coached a team to a Super Bowl before.
That's just what I was saying. Lovie Smith is going to win this game.
I thought you were picking the Colts.
I'm picking a tie.
Oh, I keep forgetting that because it's so ludicrous.
That's my middle name, pal.
I was hoping for a tie. I can't remember the game a couple of weeks ago. I was hoping for a tie, and of course the Colts just did what they always do, and they disappointed me. All right. So anyways, let's get back to our picks here. We just got a few more left to do, and then, we'll be finished with that mess. All right. Let's go ahead and do the games of interest. And that's going to be the Buffalo Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals. No, they're not playing each other. No, they're not likely going to remake that game, but let's see what they're going to do this week. They're still shaking off that traumatic experience, and say whatever you will. You see something like that, it's going to hang on you a little bit. It's going to make you second guess some things. It's going to make you nervous about some things. But we're also talking about two of the best teams in the NFL. So they are both at home, which gives them a little something extra. And they're both playing games that, I don't know, they should win, but it could go another way. So let's take a look at these games real fast. The Buffalo Bills at home Sunday morning against the New England Patriots. Now, the New England Patriots not doing the best quarterback carousel. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what you're going to get. Mac Jones is a douche, but they have been able to piece together enough for 8 wins. And, Buffalo, are they going to come back just like a juggernaut? Are they going to come back like a little timid, maybe kind of take it easy, knowing that they're still, a little bit shaken by last Monday's experience, and know that they got playoff games ahead of them? What are we going to end up here with this game, Keon?
I think that they're going to actually kind of play for Damar Hamlin, really try and rally around what he meant to their team. because I think that's the only way to really bounce back. And going up against the Patriots, it's a team that they know how to beat. They've handled them before. And the Patriots just aren't good enough offensively to really hang with the Bills. I think this is going to be an inspired, motivated Bills team. So I'm taking them.
All right. So is it going to be win one for the toy giver, Ralph? Or do you think that maybe they'll just kind of take it easy on this game?
Yeah, no, I agree with Keon. I think they find inspiration in this tragedy that happened, and they'll be playing for him, and it's going to motivate them to play even harder. And I think they're going to take it to the Patriots pretty hard. So I take the Bills.
So Juggernaut, Ralph, Juggernaut, Keon, Juggernaut, Randy.
Yeah, I think the Bills, they've already clinched their playoff spot. They don't really have a whole lot to play for.
Yeah, they're playing for the number 1 seed.
Well, yeah, they're playing for the number 1 seed. Okay, yeah. And they won 6 in a row. I have no reason to believe that the Bills are not going to win this football game, especially against a conference foe like the Patriots. I mean, how many years did the Patriots put it on them? I think the Bills will revel in this and use DeMar Hamlin as motivation, like the guys say. Give me the Bills.
Yeah, I think the Bills too, but I think that what'll happen here is they're not going to juggernaut. I think they're going to win the game. I think they're going to put in full effort, and then when they have the game in hand, you're going to start seeing secondaries and thirds get in there and get some playing time, and they're just going to take it easy on them starters. That's the way I see them playing this one right here. Now let's go over to the Cincinnati Bengals, shaken but not as shaken as the Bills after Monday night, and they've got the Baltimore Ravens. They are 10-6, but you got Lamar Jackson hurt. You got Huntley still hobbled. I don't know who the quarterback is. Was that ever decided who the hell is going to be under center for the Ravens this Sunday? That right there, that's a good team. But without the quarterback position solidly figured out, and let's be honest, without
Lamar
Jackson, I just I don't feel this one. In fact, I'll give you my pick right here off the top. Of course, I'm going with Cincinnati on this one, but depending on who is under center, that is going to depend on how close a game this is or how much of a stump. So that is the question right there. I've only seen stuff where Lamar Jackson not going to play, and then they're not sure about Tyler Huntley. So if somebody has more information on that, and by the way, for the Cincinnati Bengals, the story is out that T. Higgins had a conversation with DeMar Hamlin's mother, and she made sure he knew nobody blames you. Nobody blames you, T. Higgins. That was a football play. People are out there trolling. People are out there hating. And they said it upset us that people were trying to blame T. Higgins for what happened. It was just a freak accident. Thing
that Bart Scott said, it just
right. So he feels better now. So he's got that weight off of his shoulder. So do we have that information on the starter for the Ravens?
Yeah, we just know Tyler Huntley's been limited in practice. The Ravens haven't said yet.
Okay, so we still do not know, but I think it's a pretty easy shot to say Cincinnati Bengals get out there and get this. Or am I wrong? Does anybody disagree with the Cincinnati win here?
I don't disagree, because Tyler Huntley is a solid quarterback, good backup in a pinch. And the Ravens have been able to win some of these games against worse competition, but I don't think he's good enough to lead that offense past the Bengals.
All right. Ralph, Randy.
Yeah, no, I agree. Bengals are playing for a number 1 seed again. So they're going to win this game.
Yeah, I think Bengals win, even though there's been some hubbub about maybe the Bengals don't play all their players. I kind of feel like you said, Ralph, they're playing for something more than just to play a game here to finish the season. They've got more on the line. Give me the Bengals.
Dr. Danger has another term for cowboys. There's cowgirls, pokers. He says, how about the swell ass sow girls? Wow. Okay.
I've never heard that one before, but
creative, I think, right there. Blissful Hayes says, hey, who are the Colts playing in the playoffs? Big old bag of kiss my ass, Blissful Hayes. Donnie, what are you sending me here, man? I can't see that. It's a picture. You're going to have to tell me what the hell you're sending here. So sorry, buddy. Boomer Sooner says, Keon is getting loopy. More work, Keon. Blood pressure, Randy. Jeffrey, okay, we're good. Maniac says, I'm going to hear Randy say Carson Wentz in my dreams now. Thanks.
Carson Wentz.
CK says, it sounds like Randy really wants Carson Wentz to be the Cardinals quarterback next year.
You betcha I do. Gosh, I hope that happens tomorrow. Come on.
Wow. That's amazing. Let's see here. Hamilton Porter says Chicago still thinking Ohio State quarterback can win in the NFL. Let's go to Chicago real quick, shall we? Chicago Bears at home against the Minnesota Vikings. I think we've all agreed that the Vikings will win this game, right? We all agree on that.
Yeah, I mean, Chicago is bad. Give me Minnesota. Absolutely.
I know that sorry, Ralph.
No, you go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. I really didn't have any order.
I was just going to say, I know that the Vikings are prone to putting out the occasional stinker for no good reason whatsoever. But there's no way they should lose this game to the Bears. Just none whatsoever. The Bears are lacking talent, and where they're not lacking talent, they're hurt. So if the Vikings don't win this game, I'll be incredibly surprised. And I think it would be time for Vikings fans to have a panic about what their team's going to look like in the postseason.
All right, Ralph, now you go.
Are the Vikings playing for anything this week? I don't really think they are.
There's no need to, but
Right, so,
you don't want to get embarrassed. They're probably already aggravated enough that everybody thinks that they're a joke like the Cowboys, you know?
Yeah, I mean, but if they're not going to play anybody and they're going to sit everybody, again, the preseason game, you have the same situation. So they're not really the Vikings at that point. It's just, I don't know. I mean, yeah, the Vikings should win this game, but I have to look at it up till game time and see who's playing what, because maybe the Bears are the team to play in this game. I don't know.
Hefty Lefty says Chicago's licking their chops at the Georgia defensive lineman right there. Oh, you're talking about the draft, though, yeah. Heavy Metal Maniac says, well, the Arizona Cardinals suck, and they're only going to get 4 wins on the year. It's a team that is a train wreck. Go Cowboys. All right. I think you made your point there. Yeah. Lost Toby says Colts are drafting the next Zach Wilson. Hey, Lordy. Fighting Wampa says, I wonder if the Colts will be in the market for a used car in the offseason. No, man. Frank Reich is gone. Ballard ain't that dumb. I think we're good. Against the Spread says, Randy, if you really believe the Colts and Texas game will end in a tie, throw down a bet, brother. A $20 bet on a tie should win about $600 to $800. Go for it.
Maybe.
And when you win, say, I know.
Okay.
Tijuas says, we playing the Colts in the playoffs or what? Go Chargers. Why does everybody want to pick on my poor team? It's just
I don't know.
Nothing.
I don't know. There's a lot of not going to the playoffs represented on this show. I have no idea why they singled you out.
I just don't understand.
I'm not one of them, though. So
stupid. Fine. Any other games of note that we find interesting, playoff implications or otherwise? I know that Philadelphia is at home against the Giants. That actually could shape up to be a pretty good game. The Jalen Hurts, they're still not sure if he's going to play or not. Can Gardner Minshew beat Daniel Jones and the Giants?
I mean, not a guarantee. Gardner can play better than he's played. But the fact of the matter is this offense is designed for Jalen Hurts. It's built around his ability to run the football. Gardner is not immobile, but Jalen is a different kind of runner. And it shows. It shows that when he's out there, Minshew, I mean, the offense, I don't think anybody's quite as sure as what their responsibilities are as when Jalen is out there because they built the entire offense around him. So I don't know that it's a guarantee that Gardner Minshew is going to go out there and lead the Eagles past the Giants.
It's amazing that you have such a record that you can win 3 in a row and still be dominant in a playoff session if Jalen Hurts comes back. Anybody giving the Giants the go-ahead on a win for this one?
I'm not because Philly's got the division to play for. I think they're going to come out there and they're going to try their damnedest, and I think they're just more talented than New York is.
Yeah, I agree with you. They should win.
Mm-hmm.
Lost Toby says, let's go Giants. I need them to win. Why would you need them to win? Oh, so the Niners get the number 1 seed. That's why. Yeah. Now I know who to root for. Let's go Eagles. Boogie says, if I remember correctly, Keon and I had a lunch bet on who would have a better record, Detroit or Washington. Is that correct?
Oh, that is correct. I don't have my notebook, but I do know we did have that bet. Yeah.
Looks like you owe Boogie some lunch.
It is looking that way. Yep.
Buy that pizza and just split it.
Hefty Lefty says, too bad that Gridiron Games doesn't allow you to pick a tie. That's a good point, Hefty Lefty. Screaming Eagle says, what about Miami and the Jets? Mike McDonald may be fired if they don't win.
Well, he's had Teddy Bridgewater the last couple of weeks. I don't know that they can hold that against him.
Yeah, I think you're right, Keon. I don't think they're going to fire that little weirdo. All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, I will get caught up with the rest of your texts. And we got on this date in big Georgia sports history. We only got 10 minutes for the GCU game. So come on back briefly. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
And now a small business setback, set to smooth jazz.
It's late. You're driving in the rain with only one thing on your mind. The deer about to total your HVAC van. But with Progressive's 30-plus customizable coverage options, you're covered. The rest is just saxophone.
When running your small business gets rough, Progressive Commercial is there to smooth it out. Get a quote in as little as 6 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Twinkly sounds.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Coverage and discounts not available for all vehicles or states. Policy terms and conditions apply.
If you're age 62 or older and own a home, this message is for you. Reverse Rob here, Money Radio's expert on reverse mortgages. Learn how to tap the equity in your home and increase the quality of your life by earning tax-free income while protecting your other retirement assets. Join us for our free Second Saturdays webinar every month to learn more. This is not too good to be true. All you need to do is reverse your thinking. Call me today, Reverse Rob, to learn more at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773, or download my app by searching Retire Right with Reverse Rob.
As a kids, we all loved hopping on our bikes and hitting the road.
I'll be back for dinner. See ya.
Well, bikes just got reinvented for us big kids. If you haven't tried an electric bike, you have no idea what you're missing. Hit the road, the trails, or the beach by pedaling or not pedaling.
It's like being a kid all over again.
Start with the best. Hemingway e-bikes are the best fat tire electric bikes sold. Since 2017, Hemingway is known for durability, price, safety, and fun. Hemingway is the long-range e-bike experts, taking you faster and farther on a single charge. Hemingway sells direct to the consumer, ships right to your home, and has over 2,000 5-star reviews. Choose from 7 models, all with an unprecedented 2-year warranty. Find out why over 50,000 customers call Hemingway the best e-bike there is. Go to HemingwayEbike.com. That's HIMIWAY ebike.com. Now save up to $250 with promo code FANATIC. Go to HemingwayEbike.com.
ADOT's I-10 Broadway Curve Improvement Project is in the works. It's an 11-mile stretch of Interstate 10 between Loop 202 and I-17. When complete, your travel time through the area will be reduced. Access to Sky Harbor, retail centers, and colleges will be improved, and the region will be able to better support a growing economy and more. Keep up with the project and traffic updates at i10broadwaycurve.com and stay ahead of the curve. This message is sponsored by the Arizona Department of Transportation.
Will Shakespeare here. Back in my day, I invented over 1,700 slang words like swagger, bedazzled, and my personal favorite, besmirch. But even I have trouble understanding slang words like yeet or bougie or
this is fire.
Actually, it is extremely smooth Shakespeare vodka.
Okay, boomer.
See what I mean? But there is one word that describes the pure quadruple distilled spirit crafted from an 8th century Polish recipe the first time you try it.
So lit.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Shakespeare vodka. So lit.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
All right, people, settle down because it's time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender, and your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Keon Rose back in the control room. Ralph is still here with us from Harmon Solar, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale, and we only have 9 minutes of show left. That's right, 9 minutes or so of show left, because coming up here after our first break, we're going to break away and do the GCU at Sam Houston game. That is happening at exactly 5:15 p.m. But of course, we have a breakaway break before that, so it's going to be sooner. So now, after this explanation, we have 8 minutes of show left.
8 minutes. 8 minutes.
Not really sure what to do here. I never had an 8-minute hour before.
Well, I could do I could do a really long kill call from an antelope kill call.
I'd really rather you did.
It's a short segment for radio, but that's a long time for a kill call to go.
Yeah,
just a very long time.
I don't know, if you're Jim Barnett, though, he probably could go like third. He can do that for probably 8 minutes.
Yeah, I want to try to get him on the show. I don't know if he's allowed to be on the show outside of in our intro there, but I want to get him on the show and ask him some questions.
Okay.
Because I think that when Bruce Arians was here, he loved the Jim Barnett third down so much that when he went to Tampa, they found some hack there to do the same thing for them. Only it's not as good as Jim Barnett.
Jim's like a
third down. And
they try to growl it sometimes.
I want to know if he's the original. I want to know if Jim Barnett started that up or not, or if he heard somebody else do it. I have a lot of questions for Jim Barnett, and we can have him on the show. I'd like to. I just don't want to risk his employment with the Cardinals.
I don't know why that would risk his employment. I mean,
I don't know. I'm just saying. I just something tells me they're very stingy with what radio station gets to do what. So, but if he can be in the clear, I got questions.
All right.
I got questions.
I have a question for you.
For me?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Noticing your calendar in the bag. Is that a new 2023 Hot Rod calendar?
Sure is. Got that for the Christmas there.
That's looks like one of those Oldsmobiles. Is that an Oldsmobile back there?
You are good. That is a 1970 Olds right there.
Yeah.
You are correct, Ralph.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wouldn't mind having that. Isn't that like the Oldsmobile is the clone kind of the Chevelle? Isn't Oldsmobile was part of that family, and this is just
I think it was more
slightly different.
Oldsmobile was more of a takeoff of the GTO. I thought the Pontiac GTO.
Oldsmobile.
Yeah.
All right.
Because it's got a stance like a GTO.
It is a nice car. It is very nice. Only this isn't like muscle cars. There's all sorts of cars, and
no kidding. Okay,
I may tear off and just use the same picture for a couple of months because I think there's like a Volkswagen bus in there. I just don't know if I want that on my manly wall here.
Well,
888-368-1580. So real quick, let's just get caught up on the text line. I got the on this date in Big Georgia sports history here very, very shortly. Let's see. Heavy Metal Maniacs is asking who I want to be the next coach for the Colts. I'll be honest. There's 3 or 5 people I think that could do a very fine job. I'm more worried about who the next quarterback is going to be and who's going to be GMing the team more than even the coach. So, the usual suspects, Heavy Metal Maniacs. I don't know. I guess in the off season that there'll be a time to think about that a little bit more. Lost Toby says, I don't know what he says. I can't find it. CK says, for that comment, Jeffrey, I hope the Colts draft the next Tim Couch. Go 49ers. Yeah, I said something rude to the 49ers earlier. I'll be honest with you, okay? CK.
I think you said you were rooting for the Giants. You knew who to root for.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I'm kind of rooting for Brock Purdy. So I'm going to be rooting for the 49ers. Just because I like Brock Purdy. That's all. Arizona kid, done well. So I withdraw that statement, CK. So please withdraw yours about the Colts. Swave Dave says, I lost my work league championship because of the Minnesota meltdown. But hey, wouldn't it be great if Hamlin makes a full recovery and Buffalo wins and they actually get him a Super Bowl ring? Yeah,
that would be damn cool. Yeah.
And it's not an unlikely occurrence. I'm going to have a dumb question. I don't know how long the recovery time is for an injury like what he's been through and has. Having him on the sideline would be an amazing achievement, I think.
Yeah, I think obviously his season is done. I don't believe he's going to play anymore. You'd have to imagine they're going to do a lot of tests to see if there's any damage to the heart and what brought this episode on. So he's got a long road ahead of him. I would anticipate him not playing anymore.
Quiet Cannon says, yeah, Jeffrey. So the Oldsmobile had the 442, which they used to compete with the GTO. Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Thundar San Barbarian says, if Randy tries an 8-minute antelope call, we're going to place the emergency alert system sound with it. And
well, that could happen. Yeah.
People are going to pull over and turn off their lights thinking something's wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. There are people in Safford. If you go do the antelope call near Safford, Arizona, people will run around in fear, wondering, where this killer antelope is at.
Because they're suddenly in a root cellar.
Oh yeah, they know about that. Yeah,
I don't think they do.
Oh yeah.
Hefty Lefty says the over under 23 and a half more months of us hearing that I-10 freeway construction PSA. Well, we don't pay attention.
Is there an I-10 construction PSA?
I don't know.
We turn the air monitors down when we go to commercial break. So
yeah, we're making fart noises in here.
Oh,
so
yeah. We have much more interesting things to do.
Speaking of which, let's do this. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time now for On This Date in Big George's sports history. Back in the year 1964, Keith Lincoln of the San Diego Chargers rushed for 206 yards on 13 carries. That's a lot of yards for 13 carries, isn't it?
Yeah.
He caught 7 passes for another 123 yards and completed 1 pass himself for 20 yards and scored 2 touchdowns in a 51-10 rout to the Boston Patriots in the 1963 AFL Championship game at Balboa Stadium.
Must have been one of those defense optional games.
Wow. That was a pretty amazing stat line there. So they even let him throw the ball. So that was great, right? If you're a Charger fan, you're like, yay, something good. And now it's been 59 years. And the only major sports title for that city of San Diego was before the NFL called itself that. And the longest drought for a major American city with a professional sports franchise. Chargers, they have not won a championship or a Super Bowl ever since. Do you remember Keith Lincoln?
Yeah, he was a fine broadcaster on ABC. I mean, good old country boy. Welcome to the Rose Bowl, everybody. It's Keith Franklin here for ABC Sport, right? That was him.
No, my point is, none of us are old enough to have seen him play. That is how long it's been for the poor Chargers. I tell you what, I think you got a good kid now, so I think you hopefully will have some positive, years ahead. Do you see these Chargers ever win a Super Bowl?
Yeah, they can. I mean,
yeah.
If you have a quarterback as talented as Justin Herbert, you put the talent around him. Yeah, you can.
Patrick says, I completely agree with that one guy's text. The ones that says the Cardinals suck and let's go Cowboys. Oh,
yay, Cowboys.
Cowboys equal to Vikings.
I agree.
You shall see what I mean.
Here's a Cowboys stat for you. Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
6 interceptions in his last 6 games. Just won a game. At least won a game for going back 6 games. Just tossing that out there. That might become relevant in the future.
Keon's got a little hate for the Cowboys.
Just a little. Just a small amount. Not a whole lot.
Hefty Lefty says, after that stat line, Keith Lincoln said, beat that future player, Christian McCaffrey. What? Not on the team. I get you. Yeah. 206 yards, 13 carries, 123 yards caught on only. That's the thing. I feel like there's a lot of yards after catch or carry, because once you get the ball, 13 carries for 206 yards. That's amazing. 7 passes get you 123 yards. That's over, what is that, 11, 12 yards each time you catch the ball. The Keith Lincoln thing is that people should be wearing Keith Lincoln jerseys. Do they wear them for the Charger fans? I've never met one in person. I'm sure they exist. But does anybody have a Keith Lincoln jersey?
Well, I feel like a lot of the Charger fans now probably haven't ever seen Keith Lincoln. That's the thing. His name in the record books is one thing, but if you've never seen it, it'll be hard to get excited about wearing the jersey.
Mr. Wilbur wants to know if George ever corrected himself for that last on this date in sports history. No, he doubled down and said, you were absolutely wrong. And he was right. I just can't remember what it was about. So why don't you go on the Twitter and fight it out there? We don't need that fight here. I think the music is about to start, and this show is pretty much over. That was a long hour.
Wow, I'm exhausted. God. Yeah.
I think I'm going to go get some whiskey and take some sort of a nap. Hamilton Porter says, I'm pretty sure Charger fans all wear LT jerseys. Yeah, LaDainian Tomlinson, sure.
Yeah,
sure.
I get
You
that.
should be wearing Keith Lincoln ones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Number one Rattler fan says that Keith Lincoln stat line is good, but there's probably 20 better running back performances than that. Marshall Faulk, Walter Payton come to mind. Well, I know, but I'm just saying on its own, as you look at it, that is pretty amazing.
And for the time where they weren't throwing the ball like this, so everybody knew you were going to run, and he still did that. Got to give him his props.
And he threw a 20-yard pass. Come on, man. All right, guys, that's it for us. Ralph, thanks for all the help this week. Keon, and we'll get to know you more tomorrow, I guess. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 Fanatic. GCU up next.
1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Live and local. Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a